Well, wait, it just went. It just went.
Well,
Sorry,
howdy,
guys.
howdy, y'all.
I started to say, do you see our faces?
No, we're sitting up too high tonight or something. Or no, the camera dropped down. Maybe that's it.
No, that ain't right either. There you go. Mine ain't even going in or nothing. Hang on.
Still ain't right.
Sorry, guys, we have an operator problems. He's invisible again.
It's got. It still ain't just it.
It's not.
Well, howdy there, Cartoon Universe.
Hello, Cartoon Universe. How are you?
I'm having to try to adjust everything. Nothing wanting to work right.
Exactly.
Potable Aqua is a trusted water purification product used by military and relief organizations
Now let's try
around the
this
world.
again.
It treats
I
water
was
in
looping and
35
couldn't
minutes.
get in.
And is
Hello,
effective
our
against
tiny
bacteria,
acres, and hugs
Giardia
back
lamblia.
to you.
Yeah, howdy, howdy.
50 tablets that can treat 25 quarts of water.
Yes, Connie.
I think we're going to have to slide towards one another more.
Stock up on Potable Aqua now.
We're doing good. It's been. I had to go to physical therapy today, but we're doing good. We're doing good.
Uh-oh, better turn that down.
Mine too. Yep, they gonna say echo, echo, echo.
Uh-huh.
Mine still ain't wanting to play. Now, there we go.
Whew. It's been a busy day.
So, our tiny acres, how are y'all doing today? It has been a busy day. It's been a busy
Few days.
week. Except for Monday. Monday was pretty chilled. But the other 2 days has been busy.
Yeah, doctor appointments after doctor appointments after doctor appointments.
That's good, our tiny acres. Our dad's healing faster than doctors expected from his accident.
Yay.
That's always wonderful.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's bad to, have to worry about anybody, but especially your mom, dad, brothers, and sisters, or any of that. That makes it tenfold worse. Just because you love them so much.
Yep.
Do we know where Cartoon Universe is from? Did he say that or not?
I
Tell
can't
us
remember.
where you're from, Cartoon Universe, if you don't mind. Just even to just the state will be okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember the other night if you told us or not. I can't remember.
Yeah, we like to be nosy like that.
We just like to know where everybody's from.
Especially me, I trucked for 30-some years, so I've been all over the country. So kind of wonder if it'd bring back anything. He's from Florida.
From Florida.
I remember that now.
Because
yep, on Dez's. Yep.
Yep, we was asking if it was close to Dez.
Sure.
Sherry, how are you? That's Sherry Garrison. You remember her? She's been around forever.
I don't know if I remember myself. What are you talking about?
She's been up on our live streams and Tony's live streams.
Okay.
He has a very short memory, especially when it comes to names. If he's seen you, he'd remember you.
Yeah, I can remember faces, but I can't remember names.
It's okay, Sherry. We understand. We've been going through a time too, so I understand. Life happens. That's my motto. Life happens. And it happens a lot. And my phone's going to get thrown out the door. It'll start playing here, then it goes offline and takes me completely out of everything.
Oh.
Hello, Josh. How are you?
Oh, Lordy, here comes trouble.
Yeah. But everything. We trouble too. So how you been, buddy? I need to do Papa Rock.
Well, why are you trying to talk to 3 people at one time?
Just
It's hard enough to understand one at a time for me.
Just say hello, everybody.
Well, there's Dez.
Hello, Dez. How are you?
And Crazy. Josh, I knew that from the first time or two I spoke to you.
My mama asked him one time, "How did you get so crazy?" He said, "I was born that way and took a back seat, so it happens."
Well, how you know I understood? I knew he was crazy the first time or two I talked to him.
Oh man!
So did anyone of these families?
He says because I'm an idiot. LOL. You're not an idiot. You just funny. So, did anyone of the family have problems from Kentucky?
Not that I've heard of.
Yeah, not that I've heard of. I know they're going through a very bad time, and everybody needs to pray for our friends in Kentucky. And
Yes.
I mean, that's bad. I mean, it really is. Hello, sis. I was getting ready to message you.
Josh said, LOL, I know you did, Glenn.
Alrighty, Dez, that'll be fine. Yep. So, we'll give people a few more minutes,
Yeah.
but Glenn's got some news he needs to tell everybody.
I ain't got news I need to tell everybody.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Everybody needs, while everybody's in here, before we say anything, just remember to keep Glenn in your prayers again. He goes to the doctor without me, and he comes home and makes me cry.
Well, I could have not came home. That way you wouldn't have
I didn't
cried.
mean it that way.
That's
Did
bad
not
when you
mean it
come
that
home
way.
and your wife cries because you came back, ain't it? I said, got you, April.
He did. He's good at that. He's been getting me for 40 years.
Not so remote Alaska. Howdy, howdy.
Hello, not so remote. How are you? And welcome. I'm behind on my water today.
I'm behind on everything today.
I've got a bottle that's almost 2 liters. It's 1.85 or 89 liters, something like that. And I drank 4 of those things yesterday. And it's just been such a busy day. I've got 1 drunk, and that's it.
Well, howdy there, buddy.
Hey.
Yeah, I seen you was up there or on that girl Jackie's live today.
Yeah, I was.
She seems like she's a good girl.
Yeah.
I think she's like us a nut.
Well, that's always a plus. When people can make you laugh, that's a good thing, right?
That's right.
And link.
Oh, okay.
If you can remember. That way you won't have to keep remembering to run it.
I learned something new.
Hang on, cartoon. We'll be right back.
Well, we're still up there. They can still see us.
Yeah, but I can't see nobody.
Yeah, I still see y'all.
Hi, I'm Joe, Family Handyman.
I need to
What are you doing?
stop that.
Yeah.
I need to.
Oh, I think he's wanting to show. You're wanting to show him something, right?
No.
Oh.
Pop out chat. And then we go
You're always trying to teach me something.
back over here. And then we pull. Well, Watch me not be able to figure out how to do it now. I did it the other night. There we go. And you bring that one over here. And then I can.
Hang on just a second, Des, and we'll let you in, dear. He's.
Oops.
Yeah, you lost it. I don't know what you're trying to do.
I popped the chat out of regular YouTube and got it over here to where I can take and pin it to the top. And I can actually talk to people at the same time.
Good deal. He ain't been able
Yeah.
to. He ain't
What
been
is
able
going
to
on?
respond to nobody.
Well, I can on our lives, but you can't on somebody else's live. So when you're on somebody else's live, you pop the chat out of regular YouTube and bring it up on StreamYard,
Yeah.
and you can chat through YouTube.
Yeah.
I bet Cartoon already knew all about that.
Yeah. I
Hello,
do.
Sherry. I'm sorry.
I do that all the time. So yeah.
Sherry wants to know, how did things turn out for you and your gallbladder problems a while back?
I finally got to say bye-bye to the gallbladder, and then, 3 days later, I had to go back in and get a needle stuck through my side in there to drain the abscess.
And when he went to the doctor today, what did they say? What they do and what they tell you?
They told me taking some antibiotics for 7 days.
They got him on 2 different antibiotics. Looky who's here.
Dez, you want to be up there twice?
Oh, is that Dez?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was Red. I can't see. Hey, Terry.
Not once.
Hello.
See?
Where you been, girl?
See, Dez got 2 cameras on.
Oh, hold
Well, I
on.
went looking for the other window and I couldn't find it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it's causing
Yes.
echo, so I'm gonna take one of you and
Oh, wait a
talk.
minute. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. I cannot hear you on StreamYard. That's the issue.
You
I
might
need to
have
switch
to.
earbuds to earbuds. Hold on.
Okay.
So where have I been? Let's see.
Oh.
Not feeling the greatest. Dealing with shoulder pain in both my shoulders. I wasn't able to get the MRI with contrast because my medical insurance said no. And when I went to the surgeon, some of the, you know how they have you like put your arms out and they don't want you to let them push it down. Well, I did that, and I couldn't keep my left arm up. It dropped immediately. And at the time, I was talking to him, and he goes, I said, "There's something I want to ask you about this shoulder," meaning this one over here. And he did the test on me, and he looked at me and looked at my shoulder. He goes, "What's wrong with this one?" I said, "The same thing with this one." And I told him what all was going on with it, and he thinks this was called his frozen shoulder in both my shoulders.
Oh,
And
gosh.
it's where it's scar tissue built up in there, and the only way to fix it is to go in there and see if there's any scar tissue in there, and if there is, they scrape out the scar tissue, and within 2 to 3 hours of surgery, you're doing physical therapy on the shoulder.
Mm.
That
And
don't sound funny at all.
Susan
It-
says, "Yes, I'm seeing double now. I know I'm going down and lost it."
Tony Eckers. But yeah, he said the frozen shoulder will heal. He said it could take a few years, so.
Yep.
And I don't want to hear that. And right now, Darren's been MIA. He has been sick for the last 3 weeks. He went to the doctor's last week, and he's got bronchitis.
Oh.
And he is going back to the doctor today because he's feeling worse.
Oh, man. Everybody pray for Darren, too.
No doubt.
Yep. He was at work the other day. I mean, he was out of work for like 2 weeks when he went to the doctor, and they said he had bronchitis. He waited a few more days. He tried going to work the other day. What was it, Monday for him? He said he went down 2 flights of stairs from their office to the door outside, and he had to go home. He was I had to go home.
That's
So,
awful.
and he couldn't even get any rest because his boss was emailing him all kinds of freaking work for him to do.
That's awful. I know the doctor told Glenn today they was afraid that he had an infected appendicitis.
No, infected appendix.
Well, affected.
It's the same thing.
Well,
It is.
Well, appendicitis is when it really is bad.
Yeah.
But they put him on 2 different antibiotics, and she told him today if he got sick and got to throwing up and started running a fever, anything, any of the 3, that he needed to call her ASAP. So that's how worried the doctors are about his appendix now.
Oh,
yeah, he would catch me eating.
Hey, Micro, that's something we all got to do. Look at me, done got all fancy with a background.
I thought he did.
I'm setting up for Fridays on live. I don't have my green screen up, so you'll see me disappear.
Well, that's us. That's what I got, green screen. Well, actually, I switched to blue screen because we got green shirts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm setting up the so I gotta do my own advertisement. What's up, city girl, country heart? What's going on?
A lot, but I'm hanging in there.
All right.
Oh yeah, and the other thing,
camera ain't come.
There you go.
Well, hello there.
Hello, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
I went to go get my engagement ring the other day, and I had to send it back because it wasn't emeralds. They were like a yellowish green. I was like, these ain't emeralds. These are not dark green like my ring was.
Oh my gosh.
And he goes, oh yeah, this one's the same. I said, no, they're not. All 3 of them are not the same. None of these are. My emeralds were a dark green.
Our tiny acre says, oh, now there's trouble.
How you doing, Sherry?
What's up, DJ?
I'm back.
Des, is your mic working
Hi,
now?
Des.
Thank you, sis. I will. She says, I don't mean
Hi,
to
Des.
anything.
Yeah.
My kids had appendicitis. If he starts getting upset stomach and if he stops pooping, get him into a hospital along with a fever.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the doctor told me today.
Yeah.
Because she's asked me about my bowel movements, is doing anything. I said, well, I've been a little more constipated.
Dez, can you hear us?
Okay.
Now, you was talking a while ago, Des, but I couldn't hear
Des?
you. Okay, have you got your mic working too?
She got her finger up.
She's working on it.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey there, Jackie.
Yeah, hey,
Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
So, have you guys heard from Red lately?
Yeah, she's been doing a whole lot of canning.
Yep.
A whole bunch.
She was up on Friday night with us.
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was with us Friday night.
For a good amount of time, and then she said she had to go because they was finishing stuff, but they still, I think they still got painting out the ears.
Well, howdy there's Simply Jan.
Oh, Jan snuck in. I'm sorry, girlfriend.
Simply Jan, what's going on? I didn't see her. Simply Jan, what up? Yeah. Working on my new stuff here. I was working on StreamYard today to make sure everything go right on Friday.
Nice.
Well, now I got to playing on OBS the other day some, and I played long enough till I got a headache, and I finally turned it off.
Hello, Susan. How are you?
Oh.
Susan.
Happy late birthday to you.
And Glenn, we owe you a belated happy birthday too.
Yep.
Because my migraines and my neurologist put me on sleeping medicine to help me sleep at night. It knocks me out really bad. In fact, I take it and I'm out within a half hour.
Yeah.
I'm a mess at this end.
You almost look like a ghost, Sherry.
It's kind of like
It's just the light in the kitchen behind me is on.
You almost
and I'm in the living room where it's dark.
Yeah.
You almost look like an Oompa Loompa. You got a purple glow to your skin.
Loompa, loompa, oompa, oopity doo. Hey, I've been called worse.
I'm sure we all probably have.
Yeah.
Well, it's just your light. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
To me, it looks like she's got something like a filter or something that just making like a circle, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my halo.
I hear you, Halo.
See it? It's my halo. It's a halo glow. No, it's the light on the ceiling in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the living room and it's behind me in the kitchen.
Yep.
Jackie, we're good. I hope you and Shaky are. Susan says, April, you keep jinxing me. Police showed up here again. LOL.
Jinxing people.
She gets all of the fun RV parks.
Yeah. Seems like everyone she moves to, they have the police there shortly after.
Or the EMS.
I'm wondering if she's still getting out there riding that golf cart backwards.
Oh, hello, New Horizon. I ain't see a New Horizon. Our tiny acres, urban bucket homestead. What else I didn't see? I mean, I didn't see too many people. I think I got everybody.
Yeah.
How you been doing, Farmer?
Oh, I've been doing great. The dentist won a new car from me. The dentist won a new car. So I got $5,500 worth of work in my mouth.
Wow.
So I'm gonna get his transmission fixed or something.
Anymore, the way the prices of cars and stuff is, you might have just fixed his tire.
No doubt.
They're like the insurance gonna pay this, but out of your pocket is 55 something. Just round it off to $5,500, a little bit more, but like
we lost Desiree.
I'd be better off. I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably get off a bet off a 22 and just shoot my teeth out. I got about 3 teeth that need to move from the back.
You just do like you did as a kid when you had loose teeth. Tie a string around it and have somebody slam the door. You're an adult now. Tie a string around it and put it on the bumper of your truck and send somebody down the road.
Yeah, or the other
way
is get drunk and have somebody with a chisel, a push chisel.
You know, my dad, when he used to be a drinker and that, but his buddy was a dentist, and that was how my dad got his teeth fixed. They both got drunk, and the guy pulled all of his teeth out in the dentist office.
Just hope the string ain't as strong as your tooth, and whenever they start dragging you, you go down the road. Bump, 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 bump.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Like I did.
You know how when somebody would slam the door, you'd run with it? Let's see you run as fast as the truck can go down.
Susan, I think she is still canning, is what I think.
They've been doing a lot of canning lately. A lot.
Give me a thumbs up.
Well, Homer, you could do like I did, get dentures.
No, that's I'm getting partials.
Hold on.
I'm not getting all my teeth ain't gone. It's just some in the back. I still got some of these good ones. But it's
I wish I could say that.
So my problem is, it's been bothering me. One of them been bothering me, which, you know, they'll say we could try to save it. I was like, you save it in your pocket.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat a steak and bite down and it push down on a nerve and send me out to this other world.
Mm-hmm. No, I know how that is.
But I noticed that they don't want to pull teeth without giving you a thorough cleaning. They want to do all because they claim it's infection. Like if they pull the teeth, it's a possible infection. So they want to give you what you want to call a deep cleansing and all that nonsense. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Them people down there in South Carolina I went to, they didn't have there was no nonsense. I went in there that morning and had 20-some teeth pulled at one time.
Without no cleaning?
No cleaning.
Wow.
When they do that,
tell Shaky we said hello, we love him, good night, sweet dreams, and don't work too hard tomorrow.
Yes.
We understand.
Yeah, I went in there, they pulled all them teeth, put a set of glued a set of dentures in my mouth and sent me home.
Wow. In one day?
In one day.
Sometimes,
that was awful. That made my mouth hurt.
We was down there,
I
what, about
couldn't do that.
5 or 6 hours?
Yeah, I mean, it's talk about infections, like, you know, if they pull and don't do a thorough clean of the gums and all that, chances are infections and stuff.
He actually had bones still coming out.
I went back
over 6 weeks.
Yeah, but I went back down there 3 weeks after I had them all pulled and got them to pull some bones out.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Because the guy was explaining my insurance won't let them do all the work at one time.
Yeah. Some of them won't.
I didn't have insurance.
When I had my top teeth pulled out for 2-3 years, I was still getting bone chips coming out. I still get them off and on my bottom. And it's been 15 years since I had my bottoms done.
Oh my gosh.
You mean they didn't get all the bone chips out your mouth?
They won't. They can't.
They can't. Especially when they pull that many at one time. They can't get them all out.
I still get them off and on this side. I get one off and on. And
it's not that bad when the bone chips come up. When the bone chips come up, it just stuck my fingernail and just popped it out. That's how I always did it with them, and it'd be gone, and just gargle with some salt water, and it'd heal up in a day.
Yeah, and they say the easiest way to
y'all scam me, shit.
It ain't that bad, Homer.
Hey, y'all talking about taking fingernails 4 years later.
It's not that bad. The thing is, not everyone goes through that. My neighbor, she had her teeth pulled out and had top plate put in, and she didn't get no bone fragments coming out.
Well, I had teeth pulled out, but maybe I swallowed them little bones. I didn't even realize. I probably ate so much it just went in the bread, went down the throat. I don't know.
One from the top and one from the bottom. Jackie said she had 18 pulled at one time, and she kept having bone spurs for a week afterwards.
I had mine for well, actually, when I went back down there, I kept telling you, and the dentist never would say that it was that, but I think it was a piece of tooth was left in that broke off that they didn't get. I think that's what they had to go back in and get.
He still has toothaches and don't have a tooth in his head. He says, my tooth's hurting, and I'm like...
It sounds funny, but wait till it happens.
There she is. Hi, Sissy.
They still got toothaches and don't even have a tooth in them.
Oh.
Is that light any better now?
Yep.
Can you see me a little bit better?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't need the looping no more.
I moved to the kitchen table.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, lady.
Goodness.
Hello,
Hey.
We broke free of the heat up here. We broke our heat spell. We got past our heat wave.
Nice.
Cooler down south.
Let me tell you how the bad part is. I'm gonna go ahead and.
What's the bad part?
The bad part, we went from like 90, 100, 96 to 98,
Maybe.
down to like 77 degrees.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah,
We dropped like 20 degrees easily.
Nice.
I'd take that in a heartbeat.
A difference in a couple hours. We're gonna say in a couple hours. We dropped from 98 straight down to 70 something, 77.
I'll take
77.
I would like that.
No, I would like some of that rain that's drowning other people.
We had rain.
Wow.
Yesterday I was feeling really good, so I went out in the garden, was pulling a bunch of weeds out of the garden, and I was within 20 minutes I was soaking wet from sweating. We had winds come through, and then it started raining, and 10 minutes, 15 minutes later after it started raining, it went from 95 to 74. I was pulling weeds out in the rain. But
We get a rain. I ain't gonna lie. If it rains up here, we get a storm here. I'm gonna be out there in my drawers doing a native dance. My crops suffer from the heat. My crops.
Please at least wear those.
Looky, yes, Papa in the house.
Papa.
I'm waiting at him and he can't see me.
Well, here. Now
hello,
wait.
Papa Rock. How you doing, hon?
Kicking about all. Hang on, let me mute the other one.
You ain't got your mean streak this week?
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
He's still got it.
Is Mama Rock back home?
Hey, Papa Rock.
No, she ain't back yet.
Oh, yeah, he still got his mean streak on.
Yeah, we ain't got no internet here.
I didn't
because
even know
you missed me.
She started telling everybody I come home and she cried.
Doctor says he's probably got appendicitis, Papa Rock. He's got a leg.
I think he's been with his gummy bears.
No, brownies. He's got brownies.
No.
I'm on a Wi-Fi hotspot from my phone.
Oh.
Huh?
Don't you do brownies?
Yeah, our internet's. Oh yeah. Brownie boy.
You got brownie?
I thought you was using gummy bears.
Oh, I love my brownies.
Okay. What are you gonna do? Ride him over to him?
I'm slowly growing. I'm slowly I'm at 9:14 today. 9:14.
I tell you,
Susan says it's
great to
lightning.
talk to you, even though I didn't get a chance to talk to you. Thank you for stopping in. For those who have not hit the thumbs up, please do. We would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Dad.
Yes, ma'am. A peaceful.
I gotta wait until I go off of here before I can hit the thumbs up.
Okay, that's
if I do, I gotta go completely out and then come completely back.
Yeah.
If I do,
I'll watch you. Make sure you do.
I'm afraid if I go out, I won't get back in. Nobody will let me come back.
We will.
No, Gary, hitting that reject.
You know you're welcome here anytime.
That's right.
I know.
That's right.
I was just joking.
As long as you bring a brownie, we're okay.
The only thing I can tell you is watch out. That and below you is bad to want to sell cash outs. And the back part, you don't show money the interest.
You want to? Yeah.
DJ,
now, Des, she done ripped me off.
What?
Des has ripped me off. She's mean, buddy. I tell you, right there.
Desiree, you've been picking on Papa Rock.
Micro's all right. Me and him.
And I'm not around that often.
Hey. Chocolate. Oh, hold on.
I usually just jump in for a few minutes,
We
pick on
got a
people, and then
party.
leave.
What, you welcome to stay as long as you
Nothing wrong
want.
with hanging out, Sherry.
What, hon?
I said there's nothing wrong with just hanging out and chilling.
See, they got these chocolate
Yeah.
chip ones. Chocolate
Why,
chip,
heck no.
sugar cookies.
Uh-oh.
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 You better be careful. Farmer,
And
you're
I
going to
got
start
peanut
looking
butter.
like me.
No. These
I
are
look
Papa
like a
Rock
walking
specials.
dumpling.
These are Papa Rock specials.
No, these are specials.
Okay.
That's what
My friend,
he's got is the magic cookie.
Yeah, magic.
That's a magic cookie.
Okay.
Yeah.
The loopy
Yeah.
cookies.
I
Yes.
can't believe he didn't show the peanut
There you
brittle.
go.
He just did, I think. He just showed the peanut butter.
Yeah, he
Listen,
showed that.
Peanut brittle.
No.
Best
Oh,
peanut brittle you
yeah.
ever eat in your life.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, Sherry.
Alrighty.
I gotta go check something right quick.
All right, you can turn the camera off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got some people
I'm
that
back.
That
some
was
people that's
fast.
dealing with pain. They ate that peanut brittle, and they was like, "Oh my god, the best." They never knew you could actually make peanut brittle, and a lot of people
Oh,
really
yeah.
like peanut brittle.
Yeah, I
My
keep
daughter
looking
was
at the
working
peanut
for a
brittle
place
good
like
for you.
that.
pack.
You ain't seen
Oh,
him
yeah?
address yet.
He's got my address. He
No,
sent
we
me stuff
don't.
before.
You guys missed the excitement on my live last night.
Huh?
You seen it to P.O.
I didn't miss
yeah,
it.
You guys
What
missed.
happened? What happened, Des? What Des said?
You guys missed the excitement at my live last night. I did a little live last night.
Oh, you
nobody,
did?
yeah, nobody was
I was
doing
there.
lives.
I
I was
popped up before I
bored.
went to sleep. Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Was it last night?
I think so. I don't know. I think so. I can't remember. But last night, thank goodness nobody could see in the basement but the person that's running StreamYard, right? So,
Yeah.
like, April and Glenn can see who comes in, if they want to accept it or not. I had a guy naked. I booted him out. He came back, and he was having fun with himself. And I'm like,
Oh,
booting
my
him out.
Lanta.
And then
Anchorman back.
and then my chat was like, the person, whoever it was going. There was like 4 people we booted out, and they were typing NIGGER.
They will.
Oh my God.
Totally disgusting. Pissed me off. I'm like,
Yeah.
kicking the person out, hiding the person out, reported
Yeah.
the person.
Oh,
I
wow.
was pissed.
Yep.
I
I'll
was
be
so
back.
pissed last night.
You get a bunch of stupid,
It happens
ignorant
to
people
everyone.
sometimes.
You lay
It's so
down.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Sherry, she's talking to her husband. You lay down.
No, it's my dog.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I thought you were talking to me.
Susie saw it last night. I was famous
I got
for
a
being trolled last
22-year-old pug.
Oh,
He's
22-year-old
blind.
I was
pug?
picking on you. I
He's
said,
blind
you're
and he's deaf,
husband.
and
Oh
he's
my
trying to
God.
take a dive off my bed.
Oh Lord.
They live that long, or they just he's
That
one of the rare ones.
We
They were
just put
bugging,
down.
Susie. They were bugging.
It was last year, I think. We just put down 2 pugs that was 21 years old,
Wow.
and
Wow.
this one, he's a year older, and so we got to put him down now. But we just don't have. It's going to kill me when I do this.
Wow.
Because we had all 3 of
It's
them.
hard to put an animal down.
We had all 3 of them from.
Some people. I grasp that because I got a yellow lab. She's at 9 years old at this point. She is showing some hip problems, but right now I've got her on a weight loss program, trying to,
Eat her some of your cookies.
No, now hold up, Sherry. Hold up, Sherry.
Oh yeah.
I do, but she don't like the taste of it, and she don't like getting high.
Yeah.
She was one day.
Hey, I don't either.
I gave her too many drops.
That's not close, baby. I don't bring over here. Okay.
I dropped too many little drops in her mouth. I usually just got a dimple, like a little thing you give kids. I gave her a little bit too much. My wife woke me up and was like, I think the dog is high. My dog was just looking at her like,
Red,
The
come
dog
on.
was
She was sitting there asking for. She was sitting there asking for more cookies.
She did not.
Give me another cookie. I got the munchies.
She did not like. She don't like
Don't you
getting hurt.
carry her back.
So every
Come
time
on, Dad, share the cookies.
if she see me with the dent like that, she don't want to open her mouth. But I start giving it to her. I just say, you know what? You just go on a weight loss program. That's it.
Did you guys? No, I
Yeah.
didn't either.
Dang, no Red's in here, ain't she?
Yes, she is.
Oh,
I've been
Red's
trying
here.
to
Oh,
say
hey,
that.
Red.
Is she here? Hey, Red.
Yes, I've been saying that, you guys. Hi, Red.
Where's she at?
Hi, Red. I've been saying that.
Hi, Red.
I've been saying that. Hi, Red. Hi, Red.
Hey, Red. Hey, Red.
She heard us talking about her.
Yeah, Granny was asking about you a little bit ago.
She heard us.
I figured you.
Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. Oh, everybody talk at once. Come on, hurry.
Susan said I'm asking Beagle Abby in case she got special stuff to travel because she gets so scared and riding in vehicles.
Ooh.
They say it helps
Oh,
with anxiety
buddy.
I don't know. I think it made mine worse.
With me, it feels like I'm on a roller coaster whenever I've tried it. And it just, I can't handle it. It's like,
That's
whoa.
where you're just falling down. Yeah, you just falling down. That's why you thought you was on a roller coaster.
If I fall down, I bounce back up. I got a round fat butt.
Here, the links pinned to the top of there.
Yeah, you and me both.
Dexter, you almost squished Biscuit. I'm sitting here with 4 dogs around me. I've got a teacup Chihuahua, Great Dane, a Pit Bull, and that old pug. The Great Dane just jumped off the couch and almost squished the Chihuahua. I mean, he missed him by maybe an inch.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely want me another. I want a pit bull. I want a puppy. I don't want a dog that's been abused and stuff. Pit bulls, you gotta have that. To me, is a puppy. I mean, if you got young kids, I think get the puppy as a puppy.
Yeah.
You know, if you're an adult, maybe you can get away with it. But when you got young kids, I need a puppy. Even because I got chickens and I have rabbits. Like my lab, my rabbits can walk around, and my lab don't mess with none of the chickens or the rabbits. But I know if I get somebody else's dog or something like that, it'd be just tragic.
Yeah.
We used to have a beagle that we had problems with him bringing the doggone animals home. He brought a puppy home one night. It was January and it was below zero. And here comes the beagle in the door. He had to go potty, and when he come back, he drops this little brown furry ball at my feet. I thought, what the heck is that? The people next door threw the puppy out because they said it was unhousebreakable.
It was what? What?
Unhousebreakable. It kept peeing in the house. 2 days later, the dog was housebroke in my house.
Wow.
That's not the
And
puppy's
he lived
fault.
here.
That's the owner's fault.
Right. Well,
can train
the dog
and other people
ended up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Some people can train dogs and other people can't.
Yeah.
I used to have a big neck where that dog that he brought in and dumped at my feet, I ended up teaching the dog to talk. I'm not kidding you. He would say, Mama, I love you. Want some? Wait, outside. Yep. Nope. My mother-in-law was sitting we had a picnic here, family get-together one time, and Charlie come up beside of me between her and I, and he says, Mama, want some bite, please? And Maxine, my mother-in-law, turned around and looked at me, and she was like, who was that? And I said, it was him. No way.
Wow.
I said, just give it a minute. I'll ignore him. And sure enough, he said the same thing all over again. And she said, and I thought my brother-in-law was good because their dog was a hamburger. My husband pops off and he says, well, Mom, it's just she's got too much time on her hands. So she teaches the animals to talk.
Wow.
Jackie.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
if
Jackie, I hope it
they
ain't real bad now.
I'm just assuming if they understand what you're saying, because I can talk to my dog, she knows exactly what I'm telling her.
Do. They understand
English.
everything
So
you
I'm
say.
assuming that if they, with a little more help or whatever, they might could say simple words, you know, because they do understand
what
what
it
you're
was.
saying.
It was just simple words, but he could put it into a sentence and talk back to you.
Cool.
People, I'm gonna get off here. I got so much lag, I can't enjoy it.
Well, Papa Rock, you take care, hon.
I did.
I'll take it any way I can get it. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Love you too, hon. You take care.
Sometimes
Yeah,
your
can you
question
guys
also
stay
helps.
safe up there?
Yep. Red said it's been thunder there all day with just a little bit of rain.
Dexter, I love you. I love you. Dexter, I love you.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna rain. It's been wanting to rain here all day, but it didn't do nothing.
Out. Dexter, outside.
That's the Great Dane, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
I don't have to see the dog and
voice.
been gone. That dog growl, whatever it was doing, I wouldn't even have to see the dog and just be taking off.
That's a Great Dane.
That sound right there would have had me running.
Yep. No.
Yeah. My husband's over 6 foot tall, and the dog stands up. My husband looks up at him.
Yeah.
He stands up and puts his front paws on my husband's shoulders. That's my husband's buddy.
Hey, Kyle.
Me and Angela have a Great Dane, and that dog is the biggest baby. He walks up to the couch, and you tell him to sit, he'll put his butt on the couch.
That's what Dexter does. And if you're sitting there, Dexter will plunk his butt right in your lap. I got pictures of Dexter wrapping himself around my husband's neck. As you know, he's over 100 pounds now, but wrapping himself around my husband's neck like a mink stole or something. He just wrapped around and then laid his head over on the dog kennel with a pillow there and laid his head there and went to sleep on my husband's shoulders.
Yeah, Jackie up there. The girls are doing great. They got a new pool. They stay in the pool every day, 5 times a day. Yeah, everybody getting ready to go to school another 3 weeks. They'll be back in school. Go back to school on the 30th. August 30th, they'll be back in school.
Here's next Tuesday.
What's that noise in the background?
Well, how there, Kyle?
You
I
may
hope
have
that
heard
phone's doing better. Or Pinky.
That noise is my old pug barking, trying to find me.
Okay.
I'll be back.
I thought you had a bird.
No.
Yeah, they done brought some Crocs today. They done purchased themselves some Crocs. They go to a preppy school where there's no uniform, so they go to a preppy school where kids can wear Crocs.
Well, they say them things is really comfortable.
Well, you like them, don't
you? mean these?
Yeah, those, yeah.
He's 81 years old and he lives in his
I wear them all the time.
You know what's so funny about that is?
Kyle says I'm feeling better.
It's a simple situation with some damn rubber or plastic selling
and they're
millions of dollars
expensive.
worth of those things. They done had Nikes, Reeboks, and somebody came up with some thing that's made out of hard plastic, as far as I'm concerned. And everybody say that's the most comfortable shoe. So that doesn't even make sense to me. Because those shoes look like a jellies. You remember girls back in the day used to wear jellies, the little jelly shoes?
Yeah.
I hated those shoes.
If it got too hot, it melted on your feet.
This is my old pug.
I thought they were ugly.
This is my old pug.
Hey, Mr.
Nice.
This is Zeus.
He's cute.
Oh.
But I always
gotta hold
thought that was crazy too, and I didn't figure there was no way they could be comfortable. And I don't even have Crocs. I've got Walmart knockoffs, and I can't believe how comfortable they really are. And my feet are
This one's gotta go out too.
Yeah,
My
that's what
son
I'm saying.
keeps telling
Something
me get
simple.
Crocs. She says
They
they're
don't
comfortable.
put sneakers with arches. They don't put cushions, stretches. And here
What
comes
happened?
Yeah.
Your bag landed upside down on some porch.
Well,
Hey,
don't go out
Lois.
and clean it up. Tell him.
Hey, Lois, how are you?
Hey, Red.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna go. I will touch y'all later.
All right, DJ. You have a good night,
All
hon.
right,
Okay,
DJ.
DJ. Have a good night.
No,
You have a good
no,
night.
Night,
Thank you
DJ.
for coming
you
up
do
here.
night.
Yeah.
Take care, hon.
He's so sweet.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Has anyone heard from Brenda lately?
Yeah, I saw her
Yeah.
on a live the other night.
Okay. I gotta message her and see how she's doing.
I forgot
Yeah,
what
well,
channel
yes,
I was at, but she was on one.
she was in on ours
That's where I saw her.
a few nights
Yeah,
ago.
like
Yeah.
New Horizons saying. Like,
Okay.
but you
Right here.
realize like
Yeah,
those
Friday.
shoes, when you look at it, they are simple design, and people swear by these shoes. And I'm like, I mean, now they're getting a little crafty with it. They put a little fur in it. They put a little fur in them now.
Yeah.
But it's
Winter
just
liners.
a plastic shoe.
I don't need no fur.
They're rubber. They're not plastic.
rubber,
They're
yeah.
rubber.
A rubber shoe. And I'm
Hi,
like, a
Lois.
rubber shoe. Who knew? Just a rubber shoe would
Mhm.
solve a lot of
Exactly.
feet problems.
Well, they figure if your car does good on them, your feet ought to too.
Because it took them
I
over
wish I
100 years. It took them 100 years to figure out you didn't need Dr. Scholl's at all.
Exactly.
I wish I can wear shoes again. I can't wear shoes because of my disability, except for one pair because it's got enough Velcro across the top, the sandal. But if I could, I'd live in my Birkenstocks. They're the most comfortable pair of shoes ever, and they mold to your feet. And they have them as sandals, slides. There's different styles, and let me tell you, men and women of Germany wear them. And I tried them on there, and I bought myself a pair here. And if the shoe cork goes off, you send it back to the manufacturer, and they recork the bottom.
Here, Dex.
Oh, heck.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
Here.
yeah.
That's awesome.
They're the most comfortable pair of shoes. They mold. You know, you ever go into the store and you put your feet into a shoe, and it leaves your foot imprint into the shoe like a sandal or something?
Yeah.
That's exactly what the Birkenstocks is, but they last longer than the cheapy shoes at like Walmart and Payless and all that when that was still around. So yeah,
I
yep,
love
Lois
those dogs.
knows.
I
Yes,
love those
love
dogs
them.
you have right there, Sherry. Because
It's
as
my
they get
Chihuahua.
older, they look like an old man.
It's my little teacup Chihuahua. He's 9 years old now.
Oh.
10
My
years
neighbor
old.
Chihuahuas and they're spoiled rotten. Love them.
I'm just gonna step outside real quick and have a smoke.
My dogs are my
Charge the brain.
children.
Alrighty, Dad.
I have children and grandchildren, but my dogs are treated as children. In fact, this is my grandpuppy. This isn't my dog.
Oh.
But he comes to me before he goes to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it's me he snuggles with at night even.
Well, when Darren has these house slippers, and he left them down in Georgia when we were down there in February, they're UGG slippers.
Uh-huh. Them are
And he
comfy
says they're
too.
really comfortable. So they got put in the closet down in James and Angela's, and when he comes over this November, before he comes over, he's gonna be getting me a pair of slippers.
All right. That's cool. I didn't even know he came. I haven't seen. I saw him at y'all when y'all visit. Oh my God! Just slipped my name.
Was it a live stream?
No, the meetup. I saw you at the meetup.
MB Heritage.
Kinfolk Farm.
Who?
Kinfolk Farm.
Yeah, Kinfolk. You know, they slide my mind. Just did. I know
You got-
Kinfolk Farm.
It was Shane and Ken from Kinfolk Farm, me, Darren, Sandy from Hands in the Dirt, Rick and Kim from Lala Farm,
Hatmaker.
Ernest, Ed and Ernie Hatmaker, It was funny the way when Ed and
got
Ernie
Buck
showed up
locked up
at
right
James and
now.
Angela's house.
I was letting him get down to eat
Me,
and drink
Darren, and James
something.
were out on their front porch.
He might
And
need
Ed
some more
gets out of the
water
car
again.
and
He was
comes up to
drinking
the
some a
porch,
little bit
and
ago.
James calls Ed by a different name. And I'm looking, and Ernie didn't get out of the car. If Ernie would have gotten out of the car, Darren would have known who it was. So Ed comes up on the porch, and lo and behold, he introduces himself, Ed Hatmaker. Darren knew exactly right then. He didn't know who all was coming. There was like 40 to 50 people there.
Yeah.
All together. There was Doug and Shelly from Bacon Commander.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
His Way Homestead. Oh, Tony Walsh. Let's see. Lola Farm, Tony Walsh, His Way Homestead.
What, babe?
Kinfolk Farm.
Yeah.
Pet Way.
You need something?
In the Dirt.
Let me do that for
I think that's it.
No.
No,
It was good. I see that y'all had they had a half a pig, a whole pig on the
It was
grill.
a whole pig. It was a
Kyle,
whole pig.
I don't think Darren will be coming up.
Pig.
I think he's sick.
Who's sick?
Darren.
Oh, okay.
Kyle, you mean when is he coming over?
Okay, back on.
He flies back out. He will be here November 14th, and he flies back home December 3rd.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're going to be spending Thanksgiving week down there. That Tuesday, Antonio starts his Thanksgiving break. That Wednesday morning, we're going down to Georgia because we got to make a stop on the way down to James and Angela's at Buc-ee's again. And then, let's see, Thanksgiving the next day. And hope Darren wants to try and start processing the pig. Start everything Thanksgiving night. But we'll see how it goes.
All right.
The only thing is we may not be getting the pig that was picked out for me. Because last I knew he was like 100 pounds. He's grown really, really slow. And so we may end up getting a different pig. We'll see.
He needs some of Farmer's cookies.
And my cookies. Oh, he'll eat up a storm. He'll eat up everything out there.
I'm sorry, Farmer. I'm just picking on you tonight.
Yeah, he probably eat another pig if he's in it.
Well, the thing is, my pig's daddy is the same pig that Shane at Kinfolk Farm had Uncle Jesse. When James went to go pick up Uncle Jesse from Shane's, he went to the weigh station to weigh how much the trailer and truck weighed, and on the way back, he weighed it again. And he messed up the math and put the wrong weight in the video. He put 606 pounds. Uncle Jesse was actually 806 pounds that day.
Wow, that's a big
Uncle
pig.
Jesse comes up between my hips and my chest. He is a big boy.
Now I'm gonna ask because I know Glenn, you have hogs, right? Now the bigger the hog is it still good tasting?
Oh yeah. I got one laying down there right now, probably a tip 1,000 pounds.
But it's 1,000 pound young or is 1,000 pound old pig?
He's getting some age on him.
Oh,
he's 3-year-old.
Oh, he's still young.
Yeah.
Okay, I always wonder, like, you know how deers and stuff like that, certain things get older, it just get tough because of the muscles, and it just takes hard cooking stuff. It tastes a little tough or whatever. That was what I thought. Like, if the bigger the pig and the older the pig gets, does that meat gets, more tough or whatever?
Depends on the breed.
Yeah, but also a hog, the bigger they get to where they lay around a whole lot more, so they ain't using their muscles as much.
You get more fat on them.
Yeah, they get more fat.
So now, is it a beneficial of the fat, or it's just that's like I said? Yeah, they weigh in, say 1,200 pounds, but it's about 400 pounds worth of fat on them. So when they process them out, the weight comes down then off that all that fat.
Well, it's according to how you have stuff done, but
yeah,
a lot of people wants to save that fat. A lot of deer hunters and stuff loves to buy that fat.
Oh.
They love to get hold of that pork fat to add into the deer meat. Make the deer sausage and stuff.
Okay.
Oh man, it's been so long since I had me a good bowl of chili made with venison. Oh, that's the best thing to do with it.
I know.
Now the best thing to do is have some good saltine crackers with it.
Yeah.
Venison, if it's slow cooked, is awesome.
When I was married the first time, I was just a teenager in that, but my ex-husband was a volunteer fireman. And for the Christmas ball one year, I made up the big a roast, butt roast, or rump roast, I guess you'd say, something, the back hindquarters off of the deer. And the fireman was telling me, don't tell my wife what it is. Don't tell my wife what it is right now. And finally, when they got up there and was doing awards and stuff like that, they brought up my name and said something about the meat that Sherry Winker had brought. That's what my name was then. That it was the best doggone venison they'd ever had. Everybody was telling me that they thought it was beef. I soaked it in onions and garlic salt and, well, garlic, smashed garlic, and salt and pepper for 3 days before I cooked it. And then I cooked it with beef bouillon cube with it. And everybody thought it was beef. They didn't know it was venison.
But when it's cooked right, it tastes like beef. You can't tell the difference unless somebody
You can't tell. You can't tell if it's cleaned right and gets the silver off of it.
Yeah.
You can't even tell. It's like when we moved here, the neighbor we had next door, he works for a produce company that delivers food all over the state, up in North Carolina, down in Georgia, and sometimes he goes as far as Tennessee. And one day that summer we were talking, he goes, "You ever had venison?" And I was like, "Yeah, I love it." I said, "My kids haven't had it, but I love it." He goes, "My wife can't stand it." And she looked at me, she goes, "It's the nasty stuff in the world." I said, "Oh no, it's not." I said, "Slow cook it overnight in a crock pot with some beef bouillon, onion, and garlic.
Yeah.
You'll have yourself a good roast."
Yeah,
so he gave me a two grocery bags full of venison, and he gave me a third bag full of pork because his boss has pigs and he got them processed, and he was given like 10 pounds of breakfast sausage, and he gave that to me. And every fall his boss goes hunting and gets deer.
I'm missing something. What am I missing?
My mom used to make a venison steak that just knocked your socks off.
My kids didn't even know it was deer meat. When I was cutting it up, we were given cube steak. Oh my god, it was so good.
My husband don't like venison, and I made up venison quite a few times, and he didn't even know what he was eating. He was like, "Man, that's good." Well, honey, you just ate some of that deer that you hit down the road the other day.
I fixed a shoulder one time, and my brother swore that Mama done it.
I heard the ribs taste good if you cook them right.
They are.
Deer ribs, I thought they didn't have that much meat on to cook them, but people say they actually have deer ribs.
This is my grandson. This is Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
Hi, Dylan.
Dylan, get over here.
No, I have a friend here.
Come here, Dan. Come here, Taylor.
A few years ago, she was telling me.
This is my granddaughter. This is Taylor.
Hey, Taylor.
Man, April, I'm gonna have to send y'all a package overnight.
Yes.
Make me set up a package for y'all.
April, have they looked for like bulging discs in your lower back?
Yeah, I've got a stage 4 disc, and I've had pinched nerves in my lower lumbar number 5 since 2005.
Oh wow!
And I've never had nothing done for it at all, other than Alex.
You're as stubborn as a man. You know that.
I'm what?
You're as stubborn as a man.
Hey, women are more stubborn.
Oh, bull!
Oh, we can't No, that's a good thing. We can really be stubborn when we want to.
Oh.
I had 5 kids.
When we get sick, we don't act like little babies, like men do.
That's true.
He don't. But I know there was 2.5 weeks. There was so many days I couldn't even stand to walk because I was having so much pain. My feet actually felt like I was walking.
We'll sit on my bed over there and let the AC hit
hot
you.
coals with pus on the bottom of my feet. I mean, they were awful.
I got to run in a favor
sit right there on this side in the middle of it.
And they was having a fit for me to get to the hospital. And I said,
just that way a little bit more.
Up here that's got to be bottle fed, and 2 cows that's got to be milked before I can go anywhere.
Yeah, and he wouldn't go till it was done.
Mm-hmm. So don't
talk
about me and being babies.
Belt. And what it is, it's a belt you put around your hips and you tighten down, and it brings them in. And trust me, it helps.
Well, I know Glenn's got a big, thick back brace, but ever since the pinched nerve in my pelvic, even Alex told me that my pelvis was off an inch on both sides.
Oh, wow.
And he's put it back, but they're saying that my muscles are so tight all the time that it's actually weakened the ones that holds it in place. So they're trying to get all that strengthened back up, and then I hope to go to Alex and get it put back, and maybe it will hold.
Red, that's even worse.
So I'm trying to get it fixed. But
and Jackie,
Money, Joey. But yeah, Red,
I don't know, because she was actually trying to get me to go to a spinal doctor or spinal place the other day.
No.
Or have an MRI, and I said, well, I'll put it to you this way. I know my back and my spine is so bad because it pops. I can feel it popping in and out of place.
Yeah.
But I told her, I said, with me and anesthesia, where I absolutely cannot stand to have anesthesia, I'd rather go try something else before and use that as a final thing.
Yeah.
I know they're going to want to do surgery.
What, love?
I just know how bad it feels. So I don't know. I know I've got bone deterioration going on in a lot of my body, so I figure it's in my back too.
Guys, I love y'all. I'm going to have to get off here. I'm going to beat up my grandson.
No. Okay, Sherry. You have a good night, hon.
Have a good night, Sherry. Have fun beating him up.
I love y'all.
Love you too.
I'm going to beat him like I own him.
Y'all have a good night and God
I
bless
think
you.
everybody knows me better than that. So,
Exactly.
all right, I'm going to hit the thumbs up on my way out. I love y'all.
All right, love you too. Thank you.
But yeah, the physical therapy, and if you're doing aqua therapy, that'll help it build up strength too.
Yeah, I did that today for the first time. That was the first time I ever went into the pool or anything. And I know when I went, I couldn't hardly walk, and when I come out, I was walking pretty good. So
that's good.
I know it was helping.
I mean, I just like the other night. I was upset. I was so upset and so sore. When I was chatting with Darren, I was crying because I just want to know what's going on for sure with my shoulders. And the insurance company saying, "Oh no, you can't do that. It's too soon."
Because I had to
So it's just, I'm just tired of being in constant pain.
It is, and I know. I mean, my back hurts my hips so bad sometimes. I mean, I don't sleep good. So, I mean, it's been bothering me for a long, long time. But the muscle relaxers that they put me on the last time has helped a bunch. But Alex told Glenn, said April's butt is so rock hard. If you had coal, you could have diamonds if you put it on her butt because her butt is so hard. I said, woohoo, I'm going to be rich.
Yeah.
But they told me, they said, you wouldn't believe how many people pays lots of money to have a butt like that. But it was nothing but my muscles, which they're still I can lay down at night and I'll realize my head's not even on the pillow. And I'll have to force my body to relax enough to get my head on the pillow. It's just bad.
That's my pillow for my neck because I can't do it this way right now because my shoulder gets hurting. It's like the last few days. Yesterday I was feeling great. Today it's like my arms, my shoulders don't want to move.
What is that?
Mute yourself, Micro. The vacuum sealer. But it's like my shoulders don't want to move today and it hurts so freaking bad. I released all my hours for work today because last night I took one of the sleeping pills my neurologist gave me. And it makes me feel so loopy and out of this world. It's like when I was taking gabapentin for my back last year. It's like, I don't know, I couldn't even focus on answering calls. I tried and I couldn't.
Well, now they had me on gabapentin, and oh man, that stuff took a lot of my neuropathy and nerve pain away. But I got to where when I would bend over, it felt like my heart was getting ready to blow out my chest, and I swelled so bad. Well, they say it can cause the pouch around your heart to swell. Mm-hmm. So I said no more, because see, they put me on Lyrica, Neurontin, gabapentin, all of those. It's supposed to be good for nerve pain, and I can't take it.
They had me on it last summer for my back because they were trying to figure out what was going on my back, and I had to do. This was before physical therapy last night. So my doctor put me on gabapentin, and it helped, but it made me feel so thirsty. It was making me get so lightheaded when I would take it to where I had to start crawling to the bathroom. I'd get in the car and sit down.
What are you rapping, Micro?
A package.
My goodness, all I hear is that tape.
I know.
I called my doctor and I told him, I said, this is what it's doing. I'm not taking it. I'm taking it for 2 more days so I can wean myself off it and I'm done. Okay.
Is that coming to Lazy Acres?
You're muted.
Now we can't hear him.
He's just showing us the package.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, it's coming to Lazy Acres. Just send me your address or the new P.O. box. I don't think I have the new stuff.
No, you don't. That's what I was telling Glenn. Whenever he was saying, are you sending me some? I'm expecting it. I said, you ain't never emailed him your address.
Yeah. Don't see your care package. It's already sealed. That's what I was sealing up. Just give me your address, slap it on, and
send me your address in Messenger. I got something.
Are you sending me red pearl pastrami? I'll give you my my address right now, dude. And some Keen's mayonnaise.
Jackie, I told him to mute himself when he was doing that vacuum sealer.
Good night, Red. We love you. Thank you for stopping by.
Right,
Good night, Red.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either, Jackie. Go ahead, Homer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just email me. Email it to me. Email the new thing, so I can sit out in the morning.
I'll have to go in on Lazy Acres and make sure we do that tonight.
Yeah, so I can ship it out in the morning now.
You just got to send him the address.
Yeah.
Same email address.
Have you still got the same email address from my birthday that time?
No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not. I can't find it. It's been a while since I sent something.
I don't know if you guys.
I like to refresh.
Hey, Stevie. I don't know if you guys heard about Papa Rock.
What about Papa Rock?
He said in the chat last night that he was not going to be doing any more of the treatments from the doctors. He's just going to let nature run its course.
Yeah, he told us that a month or so ago, and I hate that.
Yeah.
I mean, but I can understand.
Me too.
This is his 4th time, so.
He's going to enjoy everything while he can.
Yep.
Hi, triple threat.
But hello, Steve.
So he's going to let it run its course, nature let it run its course?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why he's like so giddy and stuff. You know, he's dealing it the other way. instead of from the doctor's way, because it's not he's not getting any better. So he wants to live life to the fullest with lots of love and laughter. And enjoy it.
Enjoy it while I can.
Yeah.
What they say, do it your way.
That's right. Yeah. Tarsha's saying hi to everybody.
Is yours still at Muddy Boot Farms?
No, Micro Farmer.
Triple that.
Microfarmer4@gmail.com.
April,
Think of
that's
Micro Farmer, a family of 4, gmail.com.
So just Micro Farmer and the number 4,
yep.
gmail.com.
Mom, Dad, and 2 daughters.
Yep. Triple threat firearms and defense. Howdy.
Yeah, that's Tarsha. Oops. Can you hear me? Okay.
Hello, Tarsha. Because when you said hello, I was
Tarsha, y'all see her on my live. She's Tasha, this is my family here. I've been telling her a lot of times because she's new to my channel and stuff, but I was telling her like she haven't been knowing me. I'm like, this is my home. This is my family. This is where I'm from. You see everybody here?
I saw her the other night on Josh's live.
Yeah, Skimmer Farm. Yeah, that's the family. That's so when people thinking that I'm from the garden community, I'm not from the garden community. I'm not from I'm from the homestead community, and these people know me from the original. They don't know me by Micro Farmer.
So the inside door,
they know me as Micro Farmer now, but I didn't start out that way.
No,
I'm Muddy Boots.
No. Inside out.
Go to my company name. What's my company name?
Darn it, I had it in my mind there and it went away.
Old age.
He said, "Oh, age, check it in."
How was it? Inside out junk removal?
There you go. Inside out junk removal.
Inside out junk something, but I didn't know what the last word was.
Yeah. That's what I was telling. Like people go, "Oh, no, he's Micro Farmer." They be like, "Clean." You say, "No." It wasn't the old Micro Farmer.
Yep.
Hey, triple threat, was that the other night when my ears was burning so bad?
No, that's one thing that people would tell you. I don't care where I go, I tell them where I'm from. Lazy Acres Homestead.
Well, we've always loved Homer. No matter what his channel name is, we've always loved him.
Yeah.
I think I've been subscribed to all of them.
Yeah, Kyle,
Must burn every night.
Ed is doing okay. Ed had a Micro Farmer breakdown, and he just stepped away for a while.
Is that ED? Yeah. Like Ed?
Yeah.
Crazy Ed Homestead.
Okay, yeah. He stopped and he's driving his truck now, right?
Yeah, and he had a few people he didn't like it. I didn't like him, and he almost had a Micro Farmer breakdown. And
does he still have his tiny house and the land, or did he give that up too?
No. He got everything. Everything's good. He got away from YouTube because he had certain people attacking him, and he just said, "You know what?
I got it."
So he threw his middle finger at YouTube for a minute.
Waiting in a drug.
Well, I'm glad he's still around. I'm glad he's
happy birthday.
No,
I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he still has his home too, because he wanted that really bad.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, if y'all been following him, y'all know he's been catching a lot of heat. He's been catching a lot of heat.
Yeah, but I knew what he meant.
I know that I had. Okay, Stevie, hurry back.
Hey, Stevie outdoors. Oh, he leave. When did he come in?
He came in when you guys all chit chatting.
He been in.
Oh, what the bing bags are going on around here? Was that Skimmer Farm?
You ain't reading the comments.
Oh, I was wrapping a package. He snuck in when I was wrapping a package.
Do you guys see this? Yep. See this? Every day I'm getting another one. It's
you old bat.
I know I'm an old bat.
Didn't Shaky say old bat? You turned to old bat.
Yeah, I'm an old bat. But I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm getting more and more, and I'm like, then I go to take a picture and I'm like, Oh, you can really see the gray, and it's like it's not everywhere. It's like
I
right
don't
here.
like go. I don't like going in the store bathrooms because the lights are so bright. You can see all my grays.
I started to say,
Hey,
do
you
it
be proud
outside.
of them.
Mhm.
It
Oh,
took
I
me
am.
16 years to get this
I
way.
haven't look. I haven't colored mine. I worked hard for this, but at the same
Mhm.
time, I sit down. I'm like, oh, there's another gray hair on my chair. Up, there's another one on my chair, and then
Uh-huh.
I got 2 more coming in.
I earned every single one of mine.
Me too.
16 years old and 21. I earned them.
No doubt.
59 to be.
I've earned mine too. I've raised her for 40 years.
Yeah,
You
right.
got all hers because of you.
Exactly. Amen, sister.
She earned every inch of those gray hairs.
How many times have you been in the hospital? How many times have I been in the hospital?
Hey, for years you had me
Stubbornness.
outnumbered a bunch.
No, I didn't.
Mhm.
You've been in there so much lately as your second home. And you're probably going to have to go back again. So
Oh yeah.
I hope not.
I'm
I
hoping.
I hope they did, but they gave you some stuff, right? They gave you something to make,
she put him on 2 different types of antibiotics
All
just
right.
in case it was, something else.
And they
from,
want to
I guess,
prevent any further
surgery.
infection.
Yeah.
Because like when I had my issue, I had the thing to my arm because what happened, they didn't close it
That
right,
would do it, Susie.
and I had this thing that went straight in through the heart, and it was a pump that I had to go to the CD, what do you call it, Center of Disease Control. They was monitoring it.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
that's not good.
and they put it right. I think I still got the mark right here. Still got
Right
that
in your
where they
veins.
stitched
put
it. They
in
stitched
the
it in.
artery.
It went straight into my heart.
Yep.
The PIC line, Jackie said.
Yeah, pick line. Yeah, pick
Yep.
line. Yeah.
I had one too. I had a
Lord.
PIC line, but not to my heart. I had a PIC line because I got cellulitis in my body, and my legs were as bright as this lighter, the red lighter.
That's
So
how my stepdaughter was with her
Yeah,
cellulitis.
pick line. It's been a while, but yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, so I went to the clinic and I went for like 2 days, and they drew a line on my leg, and the line got bigger. The red got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I had 105.4 temperature. They put
Oh
me on.
wow.
They put me on a shuttle bus to the hospital, and my regular temperature is 97.4.
Yeah, the
So-
pick line. I kid you not, the pick line wasn't that bad going in, but it was tickled and it can't pull it out. It's the
I don't know
weirdest
about
feeling.
that tickling. When they pulled that needle out of my side, that didn't tickle.
Kyle said he didn't want to go back to the
I was in the hospital for 11 days with my legs, and they put antibiotics in that PIC line, took it out, put a new PIC line in, and IVs in, and then they turn around and had to take out an IV and change it every 4 hours to a different location because they were throwing heavy antibiotics into my body. Because
Wow.
every time they put ice on my legs to try to stop whatever was going on, as soon as it hit, it would melt on my legs. That's how sick I was. I went in
Wow.
the day before Thanksgiving, and I was there for 11 days. Lost my job and everything. I couldn't go back to work. I became disabled. Got it really.
Jackie. Not only not a chest tube hurts when it pull out, but a catheter too now.
That
Yeah,
I've
they
heard.
do.
I bet so.
I don't know. Don't want to know.
They said when I had my
That's
son,
exit only, huh?
because my legs were so
And
numb from the epidural, I couldn't move my legs. So they had to catheterize me before they moved me to my room. And they said, "Oh, you won't feel anything." I felt it going in and felt it coming out. I told the nurse, I said, "You're gonna hear words come out of my mouth. You probably heard before, but I'm feeling everything."
Well,
I
I
taught
had
her every word in the book.
but that hurts. I gotta go get my other water bottle. That
Yes, sir.
I
It
also
does.
know I'm getting old too because look at this. Look at these eyes. Look at these things.
You just can't get no sleep.
I'm
You
getting droopy
get up in
eyes.
the middle of the night. You're not getting no sleep.
Those are wisdom lines, Des.
Oh, I go to sleep, but I
all.
wake up 3 or 4 times to go to the bathroom.
That's me. You need
That's supposed to be an
white
old man's
bags that
thing.
it can be cold and put
That's
it in
me
your
and
eye.
Glenn got to be going up 3 times a night.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times through the night I get
I
up.
thought,
I go to
I'm
bed
not
at
even gonna
12. Up
lie.
at 6.
I remember hearing that as a young man, right? But now I'm 55. I'm starting to say, hey, it's some truth to that because you, the old man walk.
You should see me with my walker banging into the door frames to get to the bathroom. I gotta get there. And the bathroom is
I guess I need
literally
to
around
say
the
I'm really proud. I hadn't had that problem yet.
It sucks getting
You know what?
old.
Mine's come every now and then. That's why I said, like, I don't. It's not a regular thing, but some
It
days
will
it's it's more
Your
usual.
time's
It's
coming.
frequent fly to the bathroom.
Oh
to
my
the
gosh,
bathroom.
Susie.
Then some days I sleep through the whole night.
That's what I sort of say. Once in a while, I have to get up and go once at night, but most of the time I sleep right down.
Yeah, sometimes I do too, but sometimes it's a marathon.
I just can't wait till 5 o'clock tomorrow because then I'm off until Monday morning. I'm like 5 o'clock. Come right now. Let it be Thursday at 5 so I can sit there and chill and relax and have a beer. And this is what happens now. I'm hanging on YouTube and I'm drinking.
Yeah, now they use restraints with guys who always want to pull out their things. Yeah. But he must have been on something. He pulled that out.
Yeah. It's like my neighbor, like, he's what, 69 or 70 now? 69. He'll be 70 in November. His favorite line is, "It's hell getting old."
Yes, Jackie. Woot woot.
Yeah.
My daddy's bad to say that too.
Yeah.
He's also
And
bad
it
to
is.
say, you know what the worstest part of getting old is, don't you?
I'm gonna tell you the sign of me when I realized I got old is when I heard about the old man when you get out the bed and you put your 2 feet on the floor and it take you about 5 or 10 minutes to get going. That really
then
happened.
you got the snap, crackle, pop of your body.
That's why I got my walker.
You just get up and you sit on the side of the bed. You like,
About her working at the hospital.
You be sitting there for about 5 or 10 minutes and say, all right, got to getting going.
Josh, this is, Homer, this is me.
Hello, Tony and Chris.
Well, howdy, y'all.
Can you
Is
see
that
this?
who that is?
Can you see this? This is me every morning when I got this right by my bed and I go, oh. and then I hear my left knee go snap, crackle, and then I go, okay, my right knee's not gonna pop anymore. So I might as well shuffle onto the bathroom. Then I'm like, oh God, do I feel like the little old lady does? And then some days I can just walk with my walker and I'm not hearing the snap and the crackle and the oohs and the ahs.
Yeah, that, and then you get up like that, Jack. When you get up like that, you just and you let one rip.
you just turn.
You like this?
Well, howdy, Tater Tot.
Hello, Junior.
Hey, Tater Tot. Yeah, you let one rip.
DOTC.
You officially off when you get up out the bed and let one rip.
It's creaking floors. Get it right. It's creaking floors.
Yeah, I have cement floors and tile. They don't creak.
They creak. Yes, they do.
Hey, Lois, tell her I said, well, thanks a lot.
No, my bed doesn't either. I got a foam mattress bed now. It doesn't even do that anymore. I get up and it's like, oh, it's not moving. Oh, I can't blame it on the springs.
Yeah.
Thank goodness there's nobody in my bed next to me.
Hey, I got to hear it from 10,000 miles away, so yeah.
Hey, there's been nobody in my bed since 2003. So, you know.
You get to learn to live with it.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like Amanda's funny.
Tell her I said, hey,
they got the extra body pillow if you need that feel. Just spray some mint cologne on it
I
and
can't
get a
smell.
full body pillow.
I have no sense of smell.
Oh, dang.
So, I don't smell anything.
You're the best partner that a man can have.
No
can't smell your
farting,
feet.
dirty clothes, B.O.
You can blow one off and she can't even smell it.
Well, it's like Amanda will wake me up in the middle of the night to kill a spider or go after the little things, or she'll want something in the middle of the night. And it's like, Amanda, I'm trying to sleep. I'm sorry, but Mom, Amanda. And
April,
like,
Katie says hi.
I told
Sorry,
her
go ahead.
hello.
Okay, hey Terry.
Tell her
Terry,
I
go ahead.
love her.
It's
Y'all,
okay.
she's going to UNC college.
Okay. Yeah, see, when
She
April
probably
and
hasn't
Glenn,
started yet this year.
when April and Glenn met Amanda, they saw the silent side because when she's around
She
new
was
people,
very silent.
when she gets around people, she gets real quiet. It's like at the day of the meetup when after we got there, because Darren was there when everyone else had gotten there. Darren went up to her and asked her for permission to meet him to ask me to marry him. She did everything in her power to stay away from me that day until he asked. Because she didn't want to give up that secret. And
That's so sweet.
after he asked me, we were talking, and he goes, Amanda did great. She kept quiet. And because after I had seen him and her walk off talking, I didn't think nothing of it. And then she went and sat in the truck, and I asked her, I said, where's Amanda? He goes, she's in the truck. And I kept wanting to talk to her and show her the farm, and she kept doing everything she could to stay away from me.
But now, did Kim Folks Farm, he said his video, anybody catch it on video? Because I know Kim Folks Farm said his phone died or something. They didn't catch the proposal.
Oh, everybody did.
What?
There was like 7 camera phones there videoing.
Oh, I know. I think Kim Folks Farm was saying he didn't get it. What's up, Josh? What's going on?
He may not have.
Hey, Josh.
No. James had Darren's phone. David had his.
That was his hand.
There's like 10 phones videoing it. The only one that I knew that wasn't nearby was Stacy from Hands in the Dirt.
Okay.
He was doing a video off somewhere on the farm.
Yeah, because he was worried about Kim Folks Farm was giving him muscadine grapes. He's so happy. He got some muscadine grapes.
Howdy, Josh.
It was a Josh.
Yeah, he's the other one. Shane goes, you're so lucky I didn't spill the secret. I was told yesterday. I was like, what? He goes, cool. No. He goes, I can't keep secrets, so no one tells me anything and then tells me to keep a secret. He goes,
well, hello, MB.
What's going on, MB?
Everything he could not say anything either. Hi, Michael.
Yeah.
Michael, if Bobby G knows awake, can you ask her?
Okay.
If Bobby Jean's there, ask her if she got that letter done for me and Darren for the immigration.
Poor guy's tired. Look at him.
You've been working day and night like Michael Jackson, working day and night.
I don't know about Michael Jackson, but I've been working my fat white butt off. I'll tell you that much.
You looked that tired the other night.
Yeah, he looked tired.
Well, when you work a full-time job and then work a farm and try and do your YouTube stuff, it just gets
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't work full-time anymore. I don't own a farm, and my YouTube consists of, what the hell am I doing? How do I put 3 videos together to make one?
Glenn can tell you.
Yep.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It make me look like Glenn. I'm already started on it. Look here.
Yeah, get the great chicken.
Destroy it, Josh.
I like
you gotta let it really fill out.
Yeah.
I trimmed it down the other day.
Good night, Jackie. Thank you for being in here.
Good night, Jackie.
Love you,
Good night, Jackie.
Get out of bed.
Kick him out of bed.
You probably left you think of it.
Yeah, gotta just accept the grays. I'm getting grays in my butt. I gotta keep shaving it the best way I can.
That bad as a woman with a bottle.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna look just like the Los Angeles Raiders in a minute.
I'll just let mine grow in, and then I'll catch up with you all.
You didn't catch that joke. I said if I let my grades in, I'm gonna look like the Los Angeles Raiders colors.
I don't get it.
Gray don't look right on me. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
I got it here.
Yeah.
I got it here, and I got one like right here, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, you gotta go. You gotta go. The Spanish German blood of mine, the facial hair's gotta go.
Why does this thing keep cheeping at me?
I don't know.
Not you. This flipping computer keeps chirping at me something. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. I don't know anything about computers.
Maybe somebody's trying to do you have any back windows open? Back tabs?
No.
Nobody's trying to message you or anything?
How do they message me?
Hey, Mike. I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm thinking like maybe there's a tone or a certain tone, and that's what's chirping or an alarm or something.
VOTC.
Good
night.
Good night, Tony and Chris. We love y'all. Y'all have a good
shoot! I didn't even know that was Tony and Chris.
Yeah.
Hi, good night, Tony and Chris.
They've got bees now, so they changed it to bees.
BOTCY. HBs, which is believe on the
Yellow
cross,
House.
Yellow House bees.
Why don't you just leave it as Yellow House bees? Then I'll know who it is.
Yeah.
The bee is like bring your own what?
I hate my phone.
Yeah. Come on, 5 o'clock tomorrow.
It'll be here soon enough. Just hang on.
I'm trying. I'm ready
Don't
for
rush the time.
Quit thinking about it. It'll be there quicker.
It's my weekend at 5 p.m. I start my weekend at 5 p.m.
What's that?
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weekend.
Yeah.
No doubt, when you got animals and stuff, you work 7 days
I told
a week,
you.
so.
I'm sorry. I don't have a homestead. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, but we do, so we don't get a weekend.
Oh my God.
I gotta evict rabbits tomorrow. The rabbits moved back in their own house again.
I hear
still
you.
Have chickens? You still have the chickens in the hen house?
Yeah, the chickens stay out there. They can't.
I'm saying you still have the chickens in the hen house.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I got 31. I lost one early, like a month ago. I lost one. Mysteriously, just said goodnight to me. I think she probably was egg bound or something. I don't know. They molted late for some reason. My chickens molted like during the summer. Normally that happens in the springtime, but they molted in the summer.
Well, no wonder you kept a fire built in the fireplace all winter.
Huh?
I said, no wonder you kept a fire built in that fireplace all winter in their chicken house.
Oh yeah, they get the fireplace when it gets super cold. No, I don't keep it on them. I if it gets real cold, I do. I mean, I ain't gonna let they rough it, but when the temperature gets like real crazy up here, yeah, you gotta give them some supplement heat. Like they shouldn't suffer, because you can stress your animal. Well, up here you can stress them out. Because
I just got to pick at you about that. Though.
Yeah, because what happened is up here we get a lot of rain, and I did a video about it. It was like we had rain in my coop. My coop is not like solid, not solid. It's not like airtight. So it was a lot of moisture in the coop.
Oh, yeah.
So the cold, it was like damp. It was like just being in a wet room. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this ain't cool for my chicken. So I had to clean it all out. And then that's when I put the supplement and put the heater on, because we was getting a lot of rain in the wintertime. But that rain was making the whole inside that coop felt like a walk-in refrigerator.
Yeah, it was very cold. I can tell. I know. I lived up in New England. It gets brutally cold.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was so much moisture inside the coop that it was feeling like a walk-in freezer.
We had some running loose when I was a kid, and they roosted in the trees in the snow and ice.
Yeah.
They had a building they could go in, but they'd go up in the tree and roost.
My chickens are backwards. They like to molt in January.
Yeah, but you're in the South. We don't get to warm up around here until May, so usually that happens around early spring.
January, we were in the teens and had snow. Yeah. When we had that snowstorm down here in January, my 2 hens were molting.
Wow.
My one hen, head, half her body was feathers, and that's it.
Your eggs must have come from the north.
What eggs? I like to know where they're at.
From the
My
chicken,
hens ain't laying no more.
Where the
They're
chickens
not laying no more. I haven't had an egg out of them in 3 weeks. And it kept getting less and less.
No, I said the eggs that them chickens came out of, they must have come from the north.
Nope, they were hatched over here, down here.
Oh.
My neighbor's cousin. I got all 4 of my chickens from my neighbor's cousin.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 4 hens, ended up being 2 hens and 2 roosters.
Now you talking about they quit laying?
They're not laying
mine
anymore.
quit laying. When they molt, they quit laying. But I found a trick to get them to lay again if they molt. You just got to give them extra protein. Because what it is, they're using a protein to grow more feathers. So if I give them a little higher doses of protein, they could kick back laying while they molt.
The best thing to do is take them away from all the high protein for about 3 or 4 weeks to give them a break from the laying. Just give them like scratch grain, anything like that for a while. And then when you go back to the laying mash, how old are you chickens?
Well, mine's
3.5.
2 years. Oh, hers 1.5 years. Mine is 2.
Mine are 3.5 years old.
Okay,
they're ready for the pot.
Problems.
They're ready for the pot.
They're going to the pot this fall.
Mike just said something in chat.
Okay. I'll try that, Michael.
All right, yeah, I didn't know that. You said
I'll try some
powder?
Like black pepper or cayenne peppers. I got cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper.
There you go, Josh just said it.
The thing is, my chickens, I was getting an egg a day, sometimes 2 eggs a day from my barred rock. But I'll try that. I mean, for what, 2 months, I didn't have the money to get their laying pellets, so I was giving them grass and food scraps and all that. They were eating great. And they just won't lay.
Yeah,
I'll get one here and there.
Once you ain't keeping up your end of the bargain, it's called the pot.
Yep, they're going.
Well, chickens don't have that long of a lifespan anyway.
Mm-mm.
A lot of
they
them
don't have a long lane. If they don't have a long lane. I'll say 4 years they start slowing their production. Not all chickens, but most chickens start slowing down between that 3-4 year.
Well, barred rocks can lay for up to 10 years. I read that barred rocks can lay eggs for up
a few of them can lay
7 to 10 years. They can lay good. But with mine, now I have a question for you guys that got chickens.
There you go. Mike just said it again. Cayenne. He said yes, cayenne.
Okay.
So, 1 millimeter powder, 2 gallons of water.
Okay. Now, my barred rock rooster, on its feet, on its right foot, it started getting these like to where it is bubbling out.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. It's just something I read.
What they call that?
Bumblefoot?
Bumblefoot, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's too much of a cure for that. I think he's on his way up out the door. He's going to the upper rooms.
He's a very protective chicken. Trust me, he is. I've seen him going after Labrador retrievers.
Is there any cure for that, guys who have chickens? I never dealt with that, so I wouldn't know. But I heard that if they have that issue, it's not that long. Put up a room.
Not that I know of. I know we got a turkey down there like that. And
Bumblefoot treatment. Let's see.
There's a treatment for that?
Yes. Mild cases of bumblefoot can often be treated in the same way as other foot injuries. Clean the wound carefully, remove any scabs, and squeeze out any pus. Dry the wound.
Just take the chicken, cut the head off.
Exactly.
Can I just finish reading this just in case?
Hang them upside down, let them bleed out. Throw in the plucker.
I know what to do.
Throw them in the scalding pot and all that whatnot.
I'm too much of a city girl.
Throw the feet into the.
Yeah, sit
there. Gosh, these are my pluckers, my hands. I hand pluck them.
Yeah, sit up there.
I don't. I skin mine.
That's what
chicken foot. And
I just
he
wanted
said,
to
cut
tell
the
you the
head off,
rest of this.
fry it up, and dumpling it up.
Dry the wound. Treat the Vetericin Plus poultry care. Dress the wound to prevent further infection. Spray with Vetericin and redress every day until healed. There you go.
Okay.
That's too much work.
Michael sent me the same thing.
Well, you said it can't be treated, so I was reading it.
Yeah,
So
but you said you got to do all that
that.
every day. Every day you got to go catch that damn chicken and clean his wound, wrap it up.
All of them.
Look, I'm just telling you there is a treatment, okay?
Yeah, there's a
So
treatment.
Stick it in your ear with a can of beer.
I wish that. Oh, I do
I'll
got
go
a
back
can
to
of beer.
I'll go back to Welcome Back Carter,
Hold on, you
okay?
said stick it in my ear with a can of beer. I do have
Yeah.
a can of beer upstairs.
I can tell you what
Oh,
Darren would
hey.
tell me.
Hey, wrong channel.
Oh,
We
we were
can
just
switch
playing.
over if y'all want to.
We were just playing. We're not swearing. We're not swearing. I just told him to stick it in his ear.
Oh.
If you want me to swear, I'll go to the other channel. I'll open up mine and I'll swear and I'll come back.
Well, we can switch. No
You
problem.
can drink a can of beer on YouTube.
Dan.
Who say you can't drink a can
Yeah,
of beer?
I'm only picking, y'all.
We're not drinking. We're talking. All I could say.
Well, no, you can drink. There's no strike against drinking a can of beer on YouTube.
No.
You guys forget Welcome Back Carter.
I'm only picking, y'all.
Yeah, but Darren would tell me the same thing. Put him in freezer camp. He's been telling me that since February.
I don't even think mine's gonna make it to freezer camp. It's just gonna go straight to the fire pit. I'm gonna a spigot like this, right over the fire. You know, that fire pit.
The thing is, my Barred Rock rooster, he's super friendly. I can pick him up. I can pet him. I can sit on the ground and he'll come over to me.
Yeah.
And I'll feed him. But he's like 2.5 feet tall. He's huge.
Yeah, because my chickens are pets, but if they get out of hand, where if the fee goes up another $2 in some of these places, I'm gonna have to go ahead and take care of a couple of mine because I love them as pets, but fee here is almost $19 for 50 pounds.
I paid 25 between 23 for a 50-pound bag of layer pellets.
Wow, that's the now. I thought Connecticut was high. I'm crying about this $19 for 50 pounds.
And then I asked her, I said, "Is that the cheap stuff?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Okay."
Wow, they rip it. They gouging where you at. Connecticut, I thought was like higher than where y'all at, and I thought $19 was like out the like really. Somebody's got to get out that chicken coop in a minute.
Well, because I go to a local farm supply, the feed and seed store, but I'm gonna see if my neighbor can't take me over to Tractor Supply that's right here down the street from my house.
Yeah, the average Tractor Supply
is
is $19 for a 50-pound bag. If they charge you 25, and that's another thing about those local people, they actually like try to shop local, but they ripping you off. It's hard to compete. Yeah, I do want to support you, but at the same time, it's like I do want to support you, but money's hard for people.
You gotta know the right people.
What it is, though, Homer, you got to look at. They can't buy in the quantity that Tractor Supply is buying in.
Yeah.
You gotta look at the right people. You gotta know who is who. I mean, like I get stuff where I work at. I get stuff at cost. Now I go to my
But it's like
I go to my local Napa store. I get stuff at 50% off.
Oh,
so I mean, you got to know who. You got to know the right people, reach the right people, be friends with the right people. Yeah, and as far as you go to Tractor Supply, they buy a pallet of whatever.
Yeah.
You go to your local hardware store or whatever. They buy what they can afford to buy, and you go to Sam's Club, Costco. What is the other one? HEB. Well, I don't know what the hell an HEB is, but sorry, Glenn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just hard because a lot of times people are like, the local stores are doing hard too, but at the same time, their customers doing bad too.
Yeah.
You know, I heard that there's some farmers that had to sell off some of their cattle because they couldn't feed them. They just couldn't afford to feed.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about trying to get rid of a couple hours before winter gets here because I don't think I'm gonna be able to afford the hay on them this winter.
Damn. So I know that's been a problem of the people, you know, that actually have cattle and livestock. That they gotta get rid of some of them because the feed's too expensive.
Yeah, it's like with my chickens, I'll get them a 3-grain scratch. The 7-grain was actually cheaper than the 3-grain, but they won't eat it. They don't like half of what's in there, and so the first time I bought the 7-grain, I was like, okay, it's got a lot of different things. I don't have to put a lot in with the layer pellets and this and that, and it'll last me a few months. They wouldn't eat it. They would not eat it.
Wow.
And so I called the store and I asked them, I was like, do you guys take these back if someone has animals like chickens that won't eat them? And she's like, no. I was like, okay. So I put it out front and the birds ate it.
Oh.
Night, boys. We love you.
Good night,
the
girl.
next month, I went and got a bag of 3-grain scratch and they were in heaven.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you know, it all depends. Like I said, at the end of the day, you got to ask what's the cost. Is the animal worth the cost, or actually you don't have to send that animal to freezer camp sooner than you thought you was gonna have to put them in freezer camp?
Oh yeah, right now I just don't have room in my refrigerator freezer. I just don't have room in there for.
So Glenn, April, and Josh, I don't know if Josh processes his own animals and stuff, but the processing fees been going up.
I haven't.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
I'm sure.
Yeah, Susan, New Horizon there. It's something I started to say a while ago. Now, Walmart is actually here in our town is selling horse feed, chicken feed, and stuff.
Not mine.
Ours is.
Exactly, Susan.
What happened? About the Walmart cutting the staff down?
Yeah. Because people can't afford nothing but groceries, so they're not buying the other stuff. And that's exactly right.
And another bad thing about these big stores like the Walmart, Tractor Supply, and everything. See, the bad part about them is you don't know who is owning the stock of them companies. A lot of that's probably people from overseas that's owning the stock, and you sending their money overseas to somebody else.
Yeah, Walmart.
You can't blame us for that. You got to blame the government. The government know who that money's going to.
Oh yeah, the government does. The government. That's one of the things. The government, see, they're in on that too. They own a lot of the stock in most of these big corporations, and you know that's one of the reasons they don't care if the prices do go way high. You know.
Yeah.
With Walmart, they may have changed it since I worked for them last. But I know when I worked for them, the 3 times I did, once you got past the 90 days, you could start buying stock. But it was not cheap in their stock. It was not cheap at all. The one time it was like $25 a share for one share with Walmart, and that ain't cheap.
But you have to buy a certain amount of the shares, like maybe 100 shares at that 20.
No, they don't listen to you. You can buy whatever you want.
Oh, man.
But it's like Food Line, because the grocery store near me, it was Bilo, and then Food Line bought them out. Food Line bought out, I think it was like 76 or 95 of the Bilo stores. And the one near me, they're remodeling the whole inside of the store. They took out like 4 of the checkouts and put in self-checkouts.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how lazy can you be? You want people to work, but you're going to do this?
Yeah, but now that's like Walmart. You know, they've got to doing that. But now you go into the electronics or anything, and everything is being locked up. So you have to wait and try to find somebody to come in and unlock and get something out.
Oh, yeah.
And plus, if I'm going to have to check myself out, I think I deserve that 10% discount as an employee.
Exactly.
And yeah. If everybody would quit using them checkouts, you know what'll happen, don't you?
Yep.
They'll take them out and put people back in there, put people back to work running them cash registers.
Yeah.
I don't go in the self-checkouts unless I absolutely have to. I will get in line, and that cashier is going to get my money. That's my paycheck to them.
Yep.
Because I've been there, and it's being a cashier for Walmart ain't easy because when they're busy, like the holidays, oh, it's crazy, and you got people cussing you out left and right.
Yeah. And that one of the things I hate about it, they got people walking around in there looking and watching you while you try to check out on the self checkout.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you start out the door. If you've got a big item that ain't in a bag, then they want to stand there and go through everything with the receipt to see, make sure you paid for everything.
By law, you do not have to show them the receipt. You do not have to.
But you know what? I have that issue with people up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just go ahead because it's not even worth the headaches because our Walmart up here actually have police officers behind the doors.
Mm-hmm.
And
ours does from time to time.
Yeah.
To me, it's almost like a guy who don't have warrants get pulled over for a cop, and I see it all the time. I don't have to show you my driver license. I don't have to show you this. I don't have to show you. Like, dude, you're just making things real bad for yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't have no issue, man, here go my license, registration, officer, just give me the ticket. Let me get the F on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Susan,
I'm not doing that. I don't have to show you this and why and all that.
Yep. The Walmart here one time, I was in line, and they saw me put my empty cart at the end of the checkout where the bags are.
Mm.
And as it came around, and that guy watched me the whole time I was checking out. And he stopped me. I said, you're not looking at my receipt because you watched me the whole freaking time I was checking out.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Like that,
everything went in that cart. Goodbye. And I left.
I cussed him out. If I see him know that he was just looking dead at me, he see
there was nobody else.
It
was me and my kids. I said, you ain't seeing nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to. No, you don't. You watch me.
Something like that. Yeah, I'll say something. I'll be like, I get people off my back. I'll be like, I need a new house to be built.
Yep.
The bad part about that is if you don't show them your receipt inside and you go out the door, and if they even to a little pack of gum in your cart, they're going to take you to jail for shoplifting. So I'd rather just go ahead and play their game and hand them my receipt and just stand there and look at them like, you should have been over there running the cash register and we wouldn't have this problem.
Definitely, exactly.
Well, it was a cashier that checked me out, and I was watching the whole time.
It wasn't that long ago. I went and bought a 55-inch TV, and I mean, a 55-inch Hummer. Y'all.
They ain't small.
It's just in a daggum box. I got someone from the back bring me a blue card up, and I wheeled out, and the girl at the checkout, because I paid for it, I had already ordered it and paid for it on my debit card thingy online. And I'm wheeling out to the daggum truck, and she's like, go check his receipt.
Whoa.
Really? Y'all think I'm going to just pack a box that's 7 daggum feet long?
Yeah.
My pickup truck?
They will.
Go check my receipt.
The old boy goes, hey, I know you, but they told me to check your receipt. I'm like,
hello, Danny.
You can.
Hi, Danny.
I won't say what I said on here.
Yeah, but I was
on the other channel. I'm gonna tell you something big. But I was hot. I was fuming.
Yeah.
Like, years ago, I bought years ago I bought a 30-30 rifle at Walmart. And a box of shells. Yeah. Now they had to carry the gun out to my car. And a box of shells. I couldn't carry every one of them. They carried them out to my car and laid them in the car and said, have a good day. I looked at that guy and I said, do you realize that it wouldn't take me but just if I was that type of person, but a minute or two here to load this gun and walk back in. So what is the big difference? He said, I don't know. He said, but that's our rule. He said, if I didn't carry it out here, they'd fired me. I said, well, I don't want to get nobody fired. I said, but I was just kind of wondering, what was the difference?
Do with the box of shells?
It's the company rules because their life, their gun life.
I did that at a gun shop, right? When I moved up here, did the paperwork, whatever. Guys like, boom, you've been, they cleared me, whatever. Went, got the gun, right? So I was like, well, I need a couple of boxes of shells, right? Now I got the guns, right? He's like, now you got to go apply for an ammo license. I'm like, wait a minute, man. The time I was waiting, I was waiting to get cleared, I could have went to the state trooper barracks and it got my license to buy ammo, right? I'm like, what's the difference? Like you said, what's the difference?
Well, I didn't know they'd started that now, because I mean, back in I could have bought the ammo, anytime I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I had to go fill out a paper at the courthouse and get it signed and everything and take up there before I could buy the rifle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they had to clear it, and they was like, "Yeah, you good to go." I brought the guns. Now I got a bunch of guns with no bullets. So what
our little local hardware store out here used to sell a bunch of guns.
Yeah, we
and
used to.
along about the same time, I went out there, bought me a pistol, shells and all. They handed them to me to go out the door, but which they've knew me since I was 5 years old. I guess that makes a difference.
Well, I remember back in the, what was it, Glenn or Homer? You might be able to remember the mid to late 80s when they started changing all that garbage. You couldn't walk in there and buy a pistol, and you had to fill out all your paperwork and all that garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's probably about the long time that I bought them, was probably mid to late 80s.
Yep.
The good days. Those were good days. Like when my mom was in Georgia, I tell you, she walked right in and purchased gun and bullets at the same time. Give me a box of 357 and walked out like he was buying a soda pop. Get you that. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I remember
good old days.
I was old enough to remember that.
Yeah.
I remember being, I don't know, 10, 12 years old, going there and buying a box of 22 shells, not thinking nothing of it. At the Walmart or wherever you was at. We didn't have the Walmart until, in my town, we didn't have the Walmart until we was probably.
Yeah, we had gun shops in our areas. It was just gun shops.
I bet I was 8 years old before we got a Walmart, and I just go in there to the local hardware store and buy me a box of shells.
I guess I was in my 30s before we got a Walmart, wasn't
it? Yeah.
Let's see.
Back in 2004, at the Walmart Supercenter across town, I was working there. And my husband could go in and on one of my days off, we went in there and we went to the sporting goods section. He could have gotten a double barrel shotgun just showing his ID, and as long as he come back clear, he was good to go to get shells and the gun.
Yeah,
right there.
I can remember when you could walk into a store like that and buy a gun and walk right out without showing anything.
Exactly, yeah. like a soda pop.
Yeah. Nowadays, they want to see everything. Almost.
No, they want to know your grandfather's record.
Exactly.
They're like who your grandfather is.
Exactly.
Well, if that's the case, they wouldn't let me have nothing.
They be like,
Grandpa was a wild man back in his day, from what I hear.
Yeah, like shoot.
My granddad was a madman. But then when he retired, he worked at the local package store in the carryout part of it. I'm guessing y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, the barmaid would come in there and tell him a joke. He'd just sit there and look at her just as straight face as he could be, and then turn around and tell the same joke 5 minutes later and just laugh his butt off. But
don't they still use the word package store down there? I was just down there that long ago.
I think so.
They still use it. They still use it. They still say package store.
I think
depends on where you're at.
The last one I know of around here, I think they changed it a few years ago and started just using it as a regular store now.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's still in the.
They had a package store. I don't know this store. Is it a package store? Is it? I mean, I know Georgia had it. I think it's called Red Barn. It's a drive-through.
I've heard of that. And
I know Red Barn.
They used to have the drive-through in Illinois, or not Illinois, Ohio. They had a drive-through package store in Ohio. And when I was still home, they had one down in Virginia. That's been several years since I've been down there. I think last time I was down home was 1997.
I was like, package store drive-through. I was like, You can't get no better convenience than that shit.
Yep.
Drive through.
But you had nowhere at Crutchville for many years. Might as well have been a drive-through. They had a little shed built out on the back there, and you just drive around back, tell them what you want, and they'd bring it out to you.
Yeah, well, there's one on Main Street like that too.
Used to be.
Yeah, used to be.
Now, we had a store like that back in Jersey.
Downtown Elkin, you used to, when we was down there riding around.
Exactly.
Yeah. You could pull in the front of Harry's down there and tell them you wanted whatever kind of draft you want, and they'd bring you out a cut, and you just ride around town.
Did you tell Danny okay?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He said, I'll see you in a few.
Thank you, Danny.
I think he's put Ray to bed.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, when you've been around, you travel and stuff, you see a lot of stuff. Like I tell people, when they come to New York and stuff like that, but I go down up and down 95 when I was a young man, there's so much stuff you see down. You'd be like, man, but I have family in the South. Like my family's from the South. So even though I was raised in the Bronx, but we made those trips to Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, North Carolina. His family all did Chicago. Like those are places where, as a young man, we went to vacation.
Yeah.
People like, you say you're from the Bronx. I'm like, I got family in those areas. That's what summer vacations were was a young cat.
Yep. Susan, I understand that about the good old days. I can remember going uptown, pull up there on the side of the street, get out of the car, leave the windows down, keys hanging in the switch, go in the store, do what you need to do, come back out, put packages in, go to the next store. Nobody would bother you, bother anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I remember back in the days when the long Frito stick used to be in the back of the truck racks. Can't do that no more.
Mm-mm.
I mean, everybody down there had a rack on the back of their truck in the back window.
Yep.
Oh, when I was in high school, about half of the truck sitting out there, not just a gun rack in there, but there'd be 2 to 3 guns hanging in the back of the window.
Yeah, in the rack.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that no more.
Mm-mm.
That Marlin Goose gun I got, I took it to elementary school at Show and Tell.
Mm-hmm.
Carried it on the bus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They asked me what I wanted to bring, and I told them what I had. Well, no, I wasn't in elementary school. I was probably in high. Well, I don't know, though. I might have still been in elementary school. I wasn't but 15 when I got there.
Well, it's so funny. I know it. I don't even see them selling those racks no more, truck racks. Do they still sell car racks, truck racks?
I don't know. I hadn't looked for none in many a year.
Because every time I see them, they pull the case out. They pull the case out the back of the seat or something.
Ain't my white truck still got it in it? Didn't I have one in the white truck?
I think so.
I think my white 4-wheel drive back here, I think I still got a gun rack in it. I need to check it.
Better hold on to it. That's going to be an antique like a mother's company.
No doubt. That's the reason I said I need to check it and make sure.
Because you can't find a gun rack for the truck no more. I mean, I don't even know if they make them.
Shoot, used to that out in the country, that's all you seen in the back of trucks.
Yeah.
Gun racks everywhere. I mean, everywhere.
I mean,
especially in Wilkes County.
I know when I was 16-year-old, a time or two I went uptown riding around, took Daddy's old farm truck in the wintertime, and he'd have his high-powered rifle, shotgun, whatever. Bet by riding around, and I mean, it wasn't nothing. I mean, I wasn't the only one up there.
You can't even go into a southern house. You got to go to an old southern house to see. You got to go to an old southern house to see the guns over the fireplace. Remember the rackets be over the fireplaces?
Oh yeah, or over the door.
Over the door or in the hallway where you come in the house or going out the front door. Used to be on the wall.
I can remember growing up. A lot of the older people, they had it hanging over the front door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to see a little sawed-off shotgun, It wasn't nothing to, see one of them hung over the front door.
Yeah.
Amazon sells gun racks for the truck.
Oh, yeah, still sell them?
Oh, hey.
$13.
For $10.
13.
Oh, still that's under 15 shit. For trucks?
Allen Company molded truck gun rack for rear window holds 2 shotguns, rifles, bows, or tools, adjustable from 9.5 inches to 16.5 inches in height. For $12.19.
Wow.
I'm surprised they're selling them.
Yeah,
That surprised me.
I'm surprised that they're that cheap with everything else going up about guns.
No
It
doubt.
looks like it's plastic. It said molded.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
New
okay.
Horizons. Yeah, that's what my cousin used to do. They'll come out of school and go hunting right after school. Go out for a squirrel from bull, shoot a couple of cans and stuff. Just that was a pastime back in the day. Get on the road, go back there by the lake or back on somebody's property. Just be target practicing.
If I ain't mistaken, over where I went to high school, they actually had a shooting range back there where after school your kids could take their guns back there and shoot.
Yeah, my dad, like I tell people when I talk to him, my dad they had what we had. Y'all might still have them. We had them up here in New York. They might still, but I'm older now. So my dad used to take us where he used to give us a 22, and they put the turkeys in the box and we call it turkey shoot. Y'all still do that where y'all down there? The turkey shoot?
Well, they changed it years ago. They started hanging
the head out the box. You got to pop them.
No. Down here, years ago, they got to putting targets and out there, and everybody'd shoot at a target.
Oh no, we shoot live real turkey. The turkey put a turkey in the box. When the turkey put his head up, you pop him, and that was your Thanksgiving dinner. It was called the turkey shoot. I mean, you had a whole line of people, and they'll put a turkey in a wooden box, and you got to wait for that turkey to pop up and pop them. But I remember those days, but those were where it is what it is. I don't know if they still do that stuff, but.
Well, here, like I said, they use targets now, and the turkeys are frozen.
Yeah.
We didn't have any of that
you don't
growing
have
up.
to hurry home to clean it now. Well, hello there, Warren.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with any of that. So.
It's okay, Dad.
It was a big thing.
There he's back.
They was making us sharpshooters when we was like 10, 8 years old. Had a little 22. The guy give you a couple of boxes of ammo. I think gave you maybe about 20 shots. And you sitting there with a box, and you got it's a wooden box like matter of fact like a desk, and you sitting there, you're ranging it, and if the turkey pop his head up, you pop him, pop, and that was your turkey. But you say they don't do that anymore. They put a target up there and give you a frozen turkey. That's messed up.
Yep.
Well, like I said, they use targets now back there. They'll have like maybe 20 targets, and everybody, and you have to use their shells. So when you go in and you buy a round, change the sheet, they'll hand you a shell, so everybody's shells are same.
Then like around Halloween, you could go buy a bucket of ammo. They actually how much they'll fill it up, and you just go sit and just shoot all day.
Yeah.
But that's when that was.
I hear you don't want to do that now.
I mean, yeah, I know. But those are good old days. Like I said, my dad was ex-military, so he made sure all his boys knew how to shoot because he was from the South. There's no boy. There's one thing my dad taught all of us. There's no boy should not know how to drive a stick. Even though up in the north, that automatics, but we knew how to drive a stick shift because that's how we learned how to drive stick shift.
Yep. Yeah.
That was the way of the South. You had to drive a stick shift.
Yeah, I drove one forever. Glenn made fun of it.
A little Omni.
Yes.
Dodge Omni.
It's like when I met my grandfather when I was 9. We went to West Virginia from Jersey.
Why is this
and
stupid
we
thing
stayed with him
off?
for 2 weeks.
Goodness.
Yeah, those are two things that I know that the South was heavy on. You had to learn how to shoot and hunt, and you had to drive a stick. Those are the two main things.
Yep.
Boy, am I stupid.
And if you had a real grandfather, he showed you how to spit in the bucket. That tobacco spit, ping. Spit in that little metal bucket over there.
I do that.
Are you doing too?
Yeah.
Well, the day after we got to my grandfather's, I got woken up by someone shooting a gun like 100 feet from the house, his trailer.
Oh.
Because
100 feet ain't nothing.
I know.
Step out the back door and you let her rip.
It was his landlord shooting at squirrels.
Oh.
And then because the landlady She crocheted, so I went up there. She let me pick some things that she made, and I went past the landlord, her husband, and he's skinning a squirrel on the tree.
You
I
were
said, "What is
swinging. You
that?"
got me.
And he goes, "A squirrel. We're gonna have squirrel soup for dinner." I was like, "What?"
Squirrels not bad tasting. I keep telling people, I know they call them tree rats, but they're not bad tasting. Cooked right.
I know people eat them. Jason Robin from Big Bear, they eat them. I know a lot of people that do.
I done got 7 last year. I'm about to get one this week. I'm about to get one this week because he eating my damn pears. He going up there this morning. I saw him. He done grabbed a pear, put it in his mouth, ran up on the chicken coop, jumped in the tree. Took one of my darn pears. I'm like, you ready? I'm gonna get you.
Glenn had his head up underneath the cow one night milking, and the neighbor starts shooting a gun. Tell me that ain't dangerous. Well, they done fireworks too, but the neighbor over there was target practicing one night too.
Yeah, you can get kicked in the head. Cow gets startled.
Easily.
Well, it's like when we were at Shane's, his neighbor, they were shooting guns off the whole damn day. It's like, okay, I told Darren, I said, when we get married down at Shane's property, he's going to have to ask his neighbors not to shoot off any guns that day.
Hey, now, that's called a shotgun wedding.
I don't want to hear it every 10 minutes.
Hey, that goose gun I got over there, you can put a 3-inch Magnum in it, one of them high-powered ones. At night, when you pull the trigger, you can see fire come out the end of the barrel about 5 feet.
Well, Terry, I hope you don't have to get married because you're pregnant now. I mean,
oh, there ain't no way. I stopped that 16 years ago.
Hey, my grandmother gave birth to a boy. 5 years later, she gave birth to another boy, which is my dad. 5 years later, she gave birth to the third son. And the doctors told her that she wasn't able to have no more kids and went in and done everything. Then she had 3 girls in a row a year apart. Well, howdy, proud mama.
So long.
Yes, it has.
Where have you been hiding?
Well, Glenn, everything is still zipped up. Ain't nothing going through. No kids.
Yeah. All right. Oh, shoot. All right. I'm going to get up out here, y'all. It's time for me to mosey on to sleep land.
All righty.
Yep.
45 more minutes and I go to night-night.
Yeah. It's been a long day.
I get that.
Oh, rabbit's delicious, Warren. Oh, man. Rabbit.
I heard rabbit's really good.
Hold on. Let me tell you, the first 4 rabbits that was born in my household here, they got a lifetime pass. But the other set that's coming through, Freezer Camp City. I'm not even naming them. Them going up the hill and get fed fat and love.
I never liked rabbit or squirrel.
No, I'm talking about my rabbits. I got 4 rabbits. One is named Brownie, Hoppy, Snoopy, and Spot.
I caught
Oreo and Marshmallow. Those are the 6 that's going to be on here for the rest of their life. But I think Mom been hemmed up because I didn't move Dad out because I heard rabbits get pregnant right behind each other.
Yep.
So right now she's weighing about good 12 pounds. So I'm assuming she's pregnant. So when that next set comes through, that next set is going to Freezer Camp. It's not even naming it. I don't care how cute they look. That is way too many rabbits for a homestead for me right now.
Them 2 little girls will change your mind. They'll name them anyway, whether you like it or
not. I'm going to put them up.
You know they're going to. And you're going to say it's okay.
We have 6. It's 6 right now. 6.
Oh.
And I'm sitting there like that. And I'm in the pet garden and gave us only 4 rabbits because she could have had 12. But I'm assuming because that's our first round, the next round is going to be a bigger litter.
Possibility.
I caught one.
Because that's why I'm thinking because her first round she was young. So she only gave up 4, but I think the next round she's definitely gonna be in that 10 factor.
Good possibility, 8 to 10.
Cottonwood, I love your little symbol thing.
What's wrong, Josh? Josh, I asked, did you hit whatever you were swiping at?
It's the Nats.
Hey, that's Cottonwood Ranch. That's Raquel.
That's what it is. Raquel. Sorry, I thought it was Rachel. I don't know why.
Homer,
Proud Mama, I heard that
I thought
monkey
you were in the army.
Wasn't they
Homer.
somebody?
Hey, proud mama.
Proud Mama, I read a story
Yeah.
that monkey
I was
pox
thinking about
can
the
spread
ranch.
around from
I was
man to
thinking the
man.
ranch on the end of it.
Oh,
From
Cottonwood
sexual
Ranch. How you doing?
transmission.
Come in, Cottonwood Ranch. Hello, hello.
Oh, they said, yeah, I wasn't sub, but I am now.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, Glenn was sitting here thinking, Raquel. I said, you thinking about Raquel Welch. She said, yeah. I said, she's a movie star.
Well, I don't know. The ranch is what I kept thinking when they said Raquel.
All right, y'all.
Homer, I thought you was in the army.
Huh?
I thought you was in the army.
No. I got a bunch of army buddies. I mean, I got not army buddies, but I have a lot of friends. I was too fat to go to not Vietnam. I was too fat to go to Desert Storm at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I was heading that way, but I was on a pork chop list, the pork chop thing, and then I went and got a real job, and then I just sat there. But a lot of my friends came back, little things, and then I started growing this stuff, the goody mob stuff, because a lot of them didn't like the medication they was putting them on, and so that's how I started my cannabis thing. Is cannabis growing for them. So I grow cannabis for the vets. So deal with they issues, yeah. So I do a lot for the vets. Like the guys came back, and then their sons came back from Afghanistan. Some of their sons even went to Afghanistan. Like I didn't even know it was that big of a gap. Like really, father was in Desert Storm, sons is over in Afghanistan.
I went in 2003.
All right.
Then I went in 2005, and 2006 I if out.
My brother was in Afghanistan.
Thank you, Proud Mom, for purchasing the book. Appreciate it. I hope you like it. Let me know how you like it. If you see me in this book, tell me the book, because that was my first book I ever wrote.
She said you need to cross that border and autograph it for her.
You said you run up there hiding from the monkey. I seen in the chat. She said she's hiding in Canada away from the monkeypox.
She did. She said she's hiding.
All this stuff coming out. Let me tell you something. When all this stuff came out, I don't try to leave my house nowhere. I really don't. I try to limit my contact with humans. I really do. And now this nonsense of somebody could touch a Walmart cart and then I come right behind them. I don't know. I'm so scared. Like, really? It's ridiculous.
I got a little scared there for a while. And then one day there, just like something told me, hey, if it's your time, you ain't going to stop it, so ain't no
it's
use
like,
worrying about
it's just, to me, I mean, I'm not
100%
trying to be like a person, but it just seemed like back to back, like, what are y'all doing? Because it's like, this didn't get us. Now you're trying to get something else. I don't know. I just try not to think about it. But at the end of the day, I just don't want to. I just try to limit my contact with humans. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm right there with you, Glenn. Hell, I had the what do y'all call it here?
The boom bat. Go ahead. The boom bat. I call it the boom bat.
The Chinese disease. I had it twice.
Wow.
Didn't kill me.
Now, what's funny? Now, what's so funny is the wife caught it, the kids caught it. I never caught it. Never had it, but I actually got the damn shot because I was like, everybody in the house, they say more likely you had it, you just didn't have the symptoms.
Well, the shot don't do any good.
No.
I'm gonna
They say it don't.
The shot, all it does is lessen it so that you don't get it severely.
Biden had all of his shots and tested positive, so
twice.
Yeah.
The shot covers, like the Pfizer shot, it covers 92 to 96% coverage.
I got 3.
It's just like the flu shot. It doesn't cover it totally because there's like so many different strains of the flu. When I was sick a month ago, I got tested twice. I did a home test, and all of them came back negative. And then, even after the first test,
I thought you did, Proud Mama.
After the first test, even the doctor thought I had the crud because I had all the symptoms. When I come home, I lost taste and smell, everything. I couldn't taste nothing. I drank apple cider vinegar. I drank. My son put hot sauce on my finger, let me taste it. I couldn't taste nothing. I hated it.
Now he lost some of his taste, but I never lost mine when I
I
had it.
lost all
I was
mine
as
for a
sick
week.
as he was, but
Well,
I
I
never
say,
lost
you
taste
know,
or smell.
I don't know, but like I said, I'm right along with Josh and Glenn. If it's your time, it's your time. But at the end of the day, the only thing that made me really think about, because I always think about, God forbid, like I'll be that stubborn father or husband, and then I infect my kids or something happens. So I'd rather just go ahead and just, they got it, they had it. The wife took the shot, the kids took the shot. So it's like, you know
My
what?
daughter had it.
Huh?
My daughter had it.
Who? Your dog had it.
My daughter.
Oh,
had it.
I was like, the dog had it. Oh, yeah, but as I say,
There
you
you
just
go.
don't want to be that person to be stubborn, and maybe not. Maybe it was one of those things.
Yeah, it has one. I've gotten both shots and one booster. So did my daughter. My son got both shots.
Yeah.
Glenn and April, I think Josh was trying to
I
say.
hear you, proud mama. Make my mouth water.
April and Glenn. April, text Josh and see. He was trying to tell you guys something. He's now off screen.
I think he realized it was just upsetting me because I still ain't got over where I lost my daddy, and I just can't talk about it.
Oh,
it's okay.
Oh, sorry to
I'm
hear.
sorry. I lost him on Thanksgiving, and I can't.
I didn't even know that he passed from that. I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
didn't either. I'm sorry.
So sorry.
Because he asked me what was the matter, and that's when I looked at him and shook my head. So I think that's what he was asking, but I'll ask.
Oh.
It just.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have lost some of their family members from the virus, and they had no underlying conditions either.
Yeah.
So
I
some
got
people,
some friends in the hospital with it right now.
yeah, two of my friends just got over it. They were
Yeah.
sick. They were sick, but they weren't to the and they both have underlying conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel my heart goes out to everybody.
Yeah, lost somebody to it.
Yeah.
No,
Well, thank
April,
you
you
there,
still have
Warren.
our hugs.
Yeah,
1, 2,
April.
3,
I know. I want to hug her, but
I
that's too
didn't
far.
know her dad.
Glenn, give her a hug for us, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will here in a minute. She stepped in yonder.
No, I know. I know
I
she
didn't.
did because she's taking it hard.
I know she said he had been under the weather, but I didn't know that was what happened.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Me neither.
All right.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Well, when he went in the
Well,
hospital,
tell us.
that
I asked her for forgiveness because I didn't know that happened. Like the rest of y'all didn't know. So I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, they gave Darren some more antibiotics, a new prescription for antibiotics, and he's got to take a PCR test.
Oh, good. Did y'all get? Oh, you left.
He hears you.
He just turned off the camera. He hears you.
Okay.
So sorry, Pet Mama.
Yeah.
Now you know, Homer. This winter, you need to send some of that snow down here in South Carolina, please. Preferably Thanksgiving and when we're in Georgia, or before or after.
Yeah.
So Darren can see some snow.
just send me fall trees. That's all I want.
proud
Fall
mama.
weather and fall trees.
I lost my mama back in 2006, and I still miss her.
The missing don't go away.
It never goes away. I lost my dad 27 years ago, and I'm still like jocked up with. I watch certain movies, I bust up with a tear. So I don't think you ever get over it.
No,
you don't. It's like I was on the phone with Darren a week ago, and he goes, "What's wrong? You're not you tonight." I said, "Just missing some people." I said, "People I want to talk to, and I can't." I was like, "I'm getting married, and I can't even have my mom at my wedding." And it's stuff like that. And it's like, for me right now, because I don't go anywhere. The only interaction I get with any other adults is a doctor's appointment. I walk to a grocery store and home, and that's it.
And YouTube.
And yeah, YouTube. I mean, actual like physical face to face. And the driving instructor. Like I got my next driving tomorrow, and then on the 1st I take my test. And
Mama, y'all ain't done getting snow, are you?
No, she said she'll send Terry all the snow she won't.
Oh, I'll take it.
Canada
I love
gets
it.
She also said we got too much, so I was wondering if they done started getting snow.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard. You know, it's hard to lose loved ones. Like I said, Christmas ain't. I mean, I gotta celebrate Christmas because of young girls here, but otherwise, Christmas ain't never been the same. Because my dad's birthday is Christmas Day.
But for me, it's like it's hard because I talk to 2 neighbors here, and that's it. And I don't go near them that much because of the crud. So I do go around other people. My one neighbor across the street, she's gonna be 92 this summer. No, she just turned 92 in June. My other neighbor, he's gonna be 70. And yeah, okay, I don't talk to him like I do, used to. And my son's best friend, their family's Mexican. The mom, she had broken English, so trying to have a regular conversation like this with her is hard because she can't get it out in English. And
Lordy,
it's like, I don't go around anyone. I don't leave the property, but for a few minutes and I'm home, and it's got me in such a depressed state anymore. It's ridiculous. I sit here and I cry myself to sleep sometimes because I can't. I got no one. I can't go see my friends.
Yeah.
I don't do anything for me anymore.
Yeah.
Like yesterday when I was pulling weeds out in the rain, I was crying because I hate it. I don't go nowhere, and it's getting to me. Yeah. It really is.
Yeah, YouTube. Like I tell people, I told a while back, YouTube is saving a lot of people's lives because there's an outlet to talk to somebody. North Carolina, California, Connecticut. Yeah. So it gives you a sense of you're not alone, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's like I enjoy going around and being my friends. Ever since this crap started.
Sure, I miss drinking with my buddies and stuff, have sitting around, hey, but
it's just it can prep mama, but sometimes it's just
some people know how to do it better. That's all. Like I said, if it ain't for my 30 chickens out here, 6 rabbits and 2 kids and a dog, in my vegetable garden, and I'll be in the same boat as you. I'll be like, but I find peace with the chickens and the rabbits and like you say, your daughter, you just find peace. It's just having conversation and don't worry. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go up now because they're waiting on me to come upstairs. So I just want to get. I should have been gone 20 minutes ago. But y'all take care. God bless you. I gotta get going.
You have a good night, Homer.
Yeah, good night. Stay down forever. All right, y'all. Take care.
Bye,
I hear their footsteps up there. They're waiting on me to come up. All right, y'all. God bless. Stay safe, Desiree. See you Saturday. Saturday, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock?
Friday night for me at 9. Glenn and April are Saturday night on the other channel.
Okay, so it's Friday night for you at 9.
Right.
All right. Because I'll be Friday at 2 o'clock.
Yep.
All right, Warren, everybody take care. Proud Mama, thank you for purchasing the book. But please, if you see me in these chats, please let me know how you like the book. I mean, I got good reviews. If they like it, it's a nice spin on comedy. So definitely. Oh, she has domestic fur. Wait,
she domesticated a feral cat just for company.
Oh, all right. I was like a domestic feral. I was like, how you get a domestic feral cat? Oh, she okay, there you go. Domestic.
They get domesticated.
Yeah. And that's hard to do. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people can't do that. Take a cat from the street and bring it in the house. So
my neighbors don't bring him in the house. They stay outside. They must have between him and his brother 10 cats over there.
All right, thank you so much, y'all guys. Terry, take care. Dad.
Night, Homer.
April, love y'all guys.
I'll see you
take care. You know you're my family. I always talk about y'all. Never forget where you come from. Never forget.
That's right.
All right, y'all. Good night. I got to get going.
Honey.
All right.
Good night. Oh, Lordy.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah, September 1st, I do my driving test for my license.
Yay.
I can't wait. He was gonna do it August 31st, and I called him the other day and I asked him, I said, can we do it on the 1st? I said, just be easier for me because that's when I get a paycheck is on the 1st. He goes, yeah, that's fine.
Whose car are you using?
Oh, it'll be the driving school's car.
That's cool.
It gets done through the driving school. And he said that he goes about 3% of people in this whole state, the DMV, they'll pull 3% of people that come up there with the paperwork saying they passed the test, and they'll make them go out and do a driving test with them.
Huh.
I was like, well, pray they don't do that for me. I don't need that. But he thinks that he goes, you'll have no problem passing it, which I can't wait.
Proud mama.
It's just getting a vehicle now.
Yeah.
I think you'll do it. It's
I think
as
so
long
too.
as you study, it's good. Have you got anybody that you've been able to drive with?
Nope.
You need to get you like a what is it, temper or learner's permit?
Mm-hmm.
I have it. I've had it since March 3rd.
She's going for her license on the 1st.
I go for my license. I take my driver's test for my license on the 1st. The 31st is the 180th day that I've had it. So I asked him, I said, can we do it on the 1st? It'd just be easier for me so when I get a paycheck and I can pay for that test and anything I owe. He was, yeah, that's fine.
That sounded like me when I got my truck driving license permit. I first got it. I went out and drove. I rode with a guy one day and drove most of the day and drove just a little bit that evening. And the next day they sent me out with another guy and a truck and trailer. And we made, I think, 1 or 2 trips. And the other guy in the truck, tractor and trailer, flipped the load in the middle of Winston. So when we come up on it, I had the mechanic and stuff was on the way, and the boss man hollered and told me to get out and help because I was one of the mechanics.
Proud Mama's wanting to see us, I think. She said,
oh, I was wondering why.
There you are.
You done forgot?
I done forgot. I don't pay a whole lot of attention there. I look at everybody else that's up there and don't look at ours.
When I went to get my license, I just had my tubes clamped shut from having my daughter. So I had everything was black and blue and bruised, and the state trooper was giving it at the armory in Quincy, Mass. And so I went up to the armory, and they're parked. There's a main road, and the armory's right here, and then there's a side road on one side and a side road on the other. And he had us parked in the front, and we get in. We get into into our spot, and we wait for him. He goes, "Okay, now do what you have to do." So it's like strap the seatbelt on. I'm checking the mirrors. He goes, "Okay, now all that's done. Go ahead and start the car, and give your hand signals, or do your signals." So I did my signals and everything. He goes, "Now pull out here, take a right at the light." So I take a right at the light. I go down, and it's into a neighborhood with a roundabout, what we call a rotary up north. So it's
We
got
got one of those too.
yeah, so it's
Yep.
got a little roundabout. So you have to go down and go around the roundabout the correct way. I want to say rotary, but the south is getting me stuck on roundabout. So you go and you have to go around this way. Well, there was another car in front of me going for their test, and the guy went in front of the rotary and did the turn instead of going around the rotary. Automatic fail for him. So then he has me go up, and then he goes, now go over and take a right and go up on the other side of the armory. So I go up, and I'm going up on the road, and there's no cars along the sidewalk. He goes, now parallel park. I'm like, sure, no problem. I just go. There's no cars that park in between, so I didn't have to worry about that. Then he goes, now do a 3-point turn. I did that. Turn around. He goes, do another one and come back up to the light, take a right and park in front of the armory and turn off the car. Yeah, 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 yeah. He goes, okay, you pass. Here you go. And I had no driving, no driving. Anybody teaching me how to drive. I did it all on my own. I had a friend who had a car that would take me out to try drive a Volvo stick shift station wagon. I'd always stall up on the hill. So thank God I didn't have to drive a stick shift. I had my ex mother-in-law's little rabbit, Volkswagen Rabbit, and I'm going down, and I passed on my first try, and I was like super excited. But I had gotten my permit twice. The first time, I had nobody to, to no car or anything to go take it, and that was when it was a written test, and I got 100. The second time was a computer test, and they said you have to pass 14 of the 20, but there was 2 questions that were motorcycle questions, so that was automatically taken out. And one of the questions was, why do you wear a seatbelt? Just to strap your purse in, to strap your groceries in, to strap yourself to keep safe, or because it just looks pretty. Gee, I
I
think it's to
wonder.
strap myself in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of and I got 100 on the 14 questions, just like I got 100 on the written test, like years before. I never studied the book or anything.
I didn't study it.
Yeah.
I mean, the first driving I did with this instructor, he goes, "Have you ever driven before?" I said, "No." He goes, "For a first time driver, you're pretty damn good."
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like the second time we drove, we had to deal with. There were some accidents that we had to do detour around, and there was a police run that we had to go. We had to slow down as we were going by them. Then this last time, a couple weeks ago, went out and it started raining, and boy, did it pour! It poured something awful, but I did good. I didn't have no issues with the road. I took my time.
Yeah.
And the only thing I had an issue with that I was really nervous about was like when I'm changing
hello.
lanes. Hey, proud mom.
Hi.
When I was changing lanes to look over my left shoulder, I kept holding on tight to the wheel, and I would turn the car that way too.
Because you're
Yeah.
looking, yeah.
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 So I
Yeah.
had to learn. I had to keep remembering to loosen up some, and just make. As long as I still had the wheel, but loosen up some so it didn't turn the wheel, then I was fine.
Yeah.
The first time when I was 15 and a half in high school, and I went out with a driving instructor, was coming down through there, and there was a farm tractor with a bunch of tobacco trailers behind it. I eased up behind it, sitting there, and he looked over at me and grinned and said, "Well, just pace it." Oh. When I walked back over in front of the tractor, he said, "You can slow down now." Because I stuck her to the floorboard and went around it.
Yeah.
How are you, proud mama?
I'm great. How are you, April?
I'm proud mama.
I'm okay.
Good. Nice
How's
to be here.
Well, it's
Nice
good
to have you
see you.
here.
I was thinking about you. That we was actually talking about you the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and wondering how you was.
Yeah.
That's so
You must have
sweet.
heard her because you're here.
Exactly.
God brought me here for a reason.
Yep.
Yep.
Your ears were ringing.
Yep.
There was another one that we was talking about too. She was from up there in Canada too, wasn't she?
Yeah. Grandma.
I think she used to come in with you a lot.
Yeah, she had the granddaughter named Winter.
I don't remember.
Oh, it was something grandma.
Uh-huh.
She sent me the little granddaughter made me the bracelet and sent it to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I loved the bracelet, but I wore it so long and so much it broke.
Oh.
Yeah, it
Was
was
it
just
grandma?
those that you make out of rubber bands.
Was it grandma so happy?
No.
No.
She had just bought her trailer, didn't she? And she was remodeling it.
April, I can't remember that for sure now. But I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
remember
she
that
was
at
from
all.
Canada.
But
What
I know
part of
y'all was
Canada are you
talking
in?
about coming down to see us and Tony, and we was talking about coming up there or something. I can't remember. I wish I could remember her name.
I don't know.
Name.
What part of Canada are you from there?
I'm from Windsor, which is right across from Detroit.
Ah,
okay.
Right there at the big bridge.
Right there at the big, we own the big bridge.
Oh, you know I come up there one time and went in and everything, and I got so mad when I come back because when I come back in the state, I had to pay to get back in.
Yeah, you do. You have to pay to come here. You have to pay to go back.
Yeah, I didn't have to pay when I come over there.
Oh yeah, you do.
I didn't then.
That I don't know.
I had a load of I forget what I had on the truck, but I was delivering a load up there, and boy, I mean, they told me, you know, said when you cross in over there, you better have all your paper done right. You T's crossed and your I's dotted, and I worked on that paperwork, and I got over there and pulled up there, walked in. They looked at me and said, "Have a good day."
That's coming in.
Yeah.
going back is worse.
Tell her about you.
Well, now coming back, it wasn't no problem. I mean, I drove right straight back out till I got to the States, and then I had to pay to get back into the States, and that made me mad.
You have to pay both ways.
April
It's not me and Grandma either, Josh. I can't
No.
remember her name to save my
I can't neither.
behind.
I'm gonna have to think on that.
I don't know
Was it
too many
Canadian grandma?
to go by grandma.
Grandma.
I don't know. Grandma's so happy.
It might have been something grandma is in my head.
Yeah. But she did. Her little daughter's name, or her granddaughter's name was Winter, and I can remember that. Just it was spelt with a Y and not a I.
Oh.
And she used to come in on our lives a whole bunch, and I've not seen her, and it's just with all the mess, I'm just worried about her.
Mm-hmm.
You may have to go back on some of your lives.
Yeah, she used to a lot. I wish I could. I can't believe I can't remember her name.
Think on it. Sleep on it. Think on it. You will.
I hope.
Tell her about you laying up there in the cab of your truck in the Canada. He was very hot natured then too. Very
not
hot
up there. I wouldn't. I was over. What's that on the other side of Niagara Falls there?
Buffalo.
No, in Canadian side.
Ontario.
Niagara Falls is the Canadian side.
Ontario,
however you pronounce
That's where
it.
I'm 3 hours from there.
Well, I spent the weekend there in March of 1980 or 1993.
He remembers the year. Oh,
yeah,
he does.
It was. They said that they had a heat wave coming through. Said it's going to get up to 25 below zero.
Yeah, that's a heat wave up there.
Good God Almighty!
25 below zero is a heat wave.
That's what they were saying.
Well, he was talking about the young people coming out of the shopping center.
That truck stop there was a college just right down the road. And a lot of the college kids come over there of the evenings and eat and everything. And the girls was out there running around with shorts and mini skirts on. I'm walking around with big insulated coveralls on shaking.
He said, I can't believe they out there in shorts and a shirt. And it is 25 below.
And the wind was blowing so hard, the front on my truck. I sat in there that evening, and the water temperature was sitting there about 140, 150, and all of a sudden it just starts dropping. I'm like, oh God, what just happened? And I'm sitting there looking at it, and then I happen to see the front of my truck, the flap that went on the front to shut all the air off, go flying down across the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
I jumped out, run down there, got it, brought it back up there, put it back on, climbed back up in the truck, trying to get warm, and here it goes again. That time I just throwed it in the truck, went in the truck, stopped and bought me a bunch of bungee cord straps and stuff, and come back out there, and I put it back on, and I had straps run every which way. I said, that thing ain't blowing off no more.
Welcome to Canada.
No doubt. I don't know where I got off of the main road. I know I'd call it interstate, but I don't think y'all called it interstate up there. But
401. It's a highway.
Well, all of a sudden, I'm riding along there, and I ain't on a 4-lane no more. I'm on a 2-lane going down a big old hill.
Yeah, that would be
And
probably the 407 or the 400. Yep.
I think it was something like that.
Yep.
I know I went down that hill, and as I started down that hill, the snow come up beside of me. I don't know how tall them snowbanks was, but I had the window rolled down and stuck my head out looking out the top up there to see if it wasn't breaking off. I was like, if it starts caving in here, I'm done.
I got a friend that lives over in Manitoba, and right now she's in the process of moving out of the home she lives in. During the winter, they get like these 20-foot snow drifts on the property. It's crazy.
That's because it's so flat there.
Yeah, and another one of my friends
are so flat.
My friend Jetta, she's like dead center of Saskatchewan. And she gets so much snow up there. I was like, you can send it down here, South Carolina. Please do. I'll take about 10 feet of it. I don't care.
I'll send you snow, but it might turn into water by the time it gets there.
No doubt.
What season are y'all in right now?
We're in the same season you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you was, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we're
I was a little ahead or
no. It's really hot.
That's what I was going to ask, if it was extremely hot there too.
That's what I told some mom up there that weekend. I said I wouldn't mind coming back, but it's going to be later in the year than this.
Yeah, it's we get the same weather that you got. People think we live in igloos, but we don't.
I left from up there, and like I said, they were saying it was a heat wave, and it was minus 25. When I left from up there 4 days later, I was sitting in Laredo, Texas, in 125 degrees.
Yep.
But it's like Darren, he's still in his winter.
I went through 100-degree weather temperature, or 150-degree weather temperature change.
Like Darren's in his winter, and when he comes down here, he'll be in his spring.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I don't know if I was him, if I'd want to leave that time of the year or not. I believe I'd just stay for the spring and summer. Tell you, you'd have to wait the next summer.
Oh, let's see. Oh, more summer. Let's see, winter, spring.
It's winter in Australia.
Yes, winter in Australia. And when he comes in November, they'll be in spring, getting ready to go into summer.
Yep, we'll be in the fall, getting ready to go.
And when he came here in February, they were in their fall, getting ready to go into winter. I just don't like the time change. Like when he comes, for time wise, we're 14 hours apart. When we fall back in the fall and he goes forward in the spring, we'll be 16 hours apart, time wise.
I didn't know they done that over there.
Yeah, they do.
I thought we was the only dummies that done that.
It's like this November, Darren will be doing his first Thanksgiving. They don't do Thanksgiving over there.
As far as you know, Skinner Farm.
No, you talking about off grid with Josh or Cecil Skinner.
We want to still talk about Josh.
Have you ever heard of them up there in Canada? Off grid with Cecil Skinner.
Yeah,
we've heard of off grid. Way up north, off grid.
Well, I don't think he's too far out of.
He's Toronto.
Oh, you're talking about a person.
Yeah, no, it's a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Cecil Skinner, but they got a YouTube channel called Off Grid with Cecil Skinner.
I've heard of that one.
And he's in Toronto?
I'm thinking
he's just outside a few. Well,
I think he's just.
He might be outside of it.
He couldn't be off grid in Toronto. Toronto is like, it's hopping.
Well, I think
he's out in the country.
Yeah, he's out in the big wooded. They've got. Well, it looks like a lot of land. I don't know.
That's a pretty good patch of land there. He got a bunch of trees where they cut firewood out for heating.
He's got to be. Ontario is a huge province or
Yep.
state, as you call it. Ontario is very large. And when you go north of Toronto, it starts getting into woodland and farming and cold and moose, you know.
Yep.
That's where he's at.
I
He's out
think,
there in the middle of nowhere, it
I
looks like.
think we was in on his live and he was telling
I
us
think
how
he said
far
3-hour drive, wouldn't it?
out of Toronto, something like
3
that.
hours from Toronto would be around just south of North Bay. He's
I
an
think he did
Indian
not say.
country.
Okay.
He's an Indian country.
Well, I know where they're at. It's just way. I mean, there's just trees everywhere, and they just built a house, and then went and built a basement under the house after they built the house.
They built the house, and then he got a tractor and hooked to it and pulled it out a ways, and then dug the basement and blocked it and everything. And by that time, he bought a bulldozer, and he used a bulldozer to push the house back over the basement.
Oh wow!
The man is slick on doing stuff.
He's a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
He fixes everything, and they run a sawmill.
Well, he built the sawmill.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he built that
I didn't
sawmill.
know he built the sawmill.
Yeah, he built the sawmill that he's got.
He fixes cars and tractors and big equipment. He welds. I mean, he does a lot of stuff. And his wife, she does a lot of canning and stuff, and she
cooking,
just seems like she's
gardening,
super sweet.
and
She's out there helping him.
Yeah,
all the
that's what I
time.
started to say. She's out there helping him do all this building and stuff. They doing it together.
Yep.
They're actually building a big barn right now.
Yeah, pole barn.
And they're go out in the woods and cut the trees down and haul them back in and saw them up on the sawmill and then put them up.
Yeah, he's got to be up north.
Have you seen Tony and Chris lately?
I have not.
I can't wait to tell them we saw you.
They was in here a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But they changed their name of their channel.
I'm going to have to look them up again. It's been a long time.
It has.
Life just gets busy.
It does. Life
I have 6 kids. They're all adult kids, and I have 6 grandkids, and life gets busy.
Well, it don't matter how old your kids are or anything like that. Even if they're not yours and you raise them, you'll always love them, be there for them, do anything for them you can, no matter what.
Thank you, April. That's what I do. That's my goal in life.
We was talking about that today. I had physical therapy, and I was telling her I had a mama cat one time, and she was fine, and she got sick one day, and I didn't know she was sick till I went down there, and that mama cat laid there and fed her babies until she died.
Oh.
And that's just motherly love. I got the kittens and I raised them with the bottle because I thought, I've got to. Did I not? I called them.
That one that you had years ago,
Spud.
that you kept taking to the vet and they're saying it's this and that, and I kept telling her that cat's wormy, that cat needs worming.
And I told them they checked her.
She'd say they checked her and everything. She ain't. They'd given her medicine for hairball and everything else. The cat and she had a gang of kittens. She got where she couldn't even get out of the box to go to the bathroom.
And I was dropper feeding her with chicken noodle soup.
We had a horse barn rented when we had them horses, so I took her out there and put her in that office, her and the babies, and I went and got a bunch of wormer stuff, and I give that cat a big dose of wormer. And a day and a half later, she was getting out of the box, going eating and drinking, and going back and feeding her babies. If I hadn't have done what I done when I done it, she wouldn't have made it.
And she was a Siamese Himalayan. She was so beautiful. And she was a one-person cat except for certain times.
Yeah, about once a month she'd become my cat.
She would. She'd rub all over his legs and just
all up my face.
And she wouldn't have nothing. If I was around, now she'd lay on his chest and stuff while I was at work. But once I come home, nothing.
I'd go in there and go to bed and lay there real still for a while like I was asleep. she'll come in there and get up on the bed and ease around there and crawl up on my chest and lay down in a coil and lay there while she thought I was asleep.
She was so little when I got her. I could take and set her in my hand, and she wouldn't hang off. She was that little.
Oh wow!
And she was supposed to be a boy, guaranteed. By everybody but me. I said, that is a girl cat. Everybody said, no, it's a boy cat. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, when she had a gang of kittens, I looked at them and I said, who knows what?
I had never been good at telling.
You can tell just like highly visible if it's a boy or a girl.
I can tell now. I Googled it, so I can see, and I can halfway tell, but just whenever they're real little, it's hard to tell.
It's like I got
harder to
I got
tell.
a cat that hangs out here behind, under the trailer and in the backyard. It'll hop. I don't know if it's sick or what, but it'll hop through the netting and hang around my chickens, and they won't chase it off. I said, you leave her alone. Just let her be. I don't want her in here eating your food. But they won't chase her off. It's like she's company. She's one of them. It's like, really?
Is that your cat meowing?
Yes, it's my Jack. Can you pick him up? Let me see him. Just pick him up. Well, come here, you turd. There he is.
Oh,
he's so cute.
He's so cute.
He's a big boy.
Is he a Maine Coon?
No.
I
no,
can't
he's
tell.
not.
Oh, I guess I should look in here.
I don't know what kind of breed he is, but I know he followed me home one day back in 2017, and he's never left.
He's a tabby.
Yep.
He's my baby.
He's a tabby.
What?
I know I've got a Maine Coon, and I just seen these stripes, and I thought maybe he was like Harry.
Maine Coons are, you can tell by their ears. They're huge.
Yeah, they're huge.
Not the ears, but they're
huge. The ears are different.
Their ears are very different on Maine Coons.
And the cats are humongous.
Yeah.
Harry's pretty big, and he's not very old, so. But Harry's a mess. But I know Black Booty will get out here on the banister, and
Black
it sounds
Booty.
like he's trying to. I thought he was a girl when he was little.
That's funny, Black Booty.
That's his name.
The cat that I have, we've had 3 sets of babies here, and we've been feeding them outside. But the last one that's left is a boy, and he's 1.5 years old, and we named him Gigolo because he disappears during the day. He disappears during the day, and we have no idea what he's doing, so we call him Gigolo.
Well, you can imagine, because that's what Black Booty's been doing. He's been disappearing. And then he comes in and he wants to love all over me. And I said, I didn't leave you. You left me.
Yeah. That's so true.
Don't come over here and want me to pet you all the time because you left me.
Oh, that's so funny.
They are. They a mess. I know as soon as I walk out the door, they all right there wanting attention. So I gotta pet them all and talk to them.
Well, the crazy thing about this one is it doesn't matter where I'm at. He will follow me to that room. I go to my daughter. He's right there. Yes, I'm talking about you. I go to sleep. He's either up on the back of the love seat, on the love seat with me, on the bed, or on the couch. He's within that 10-foot radius. I go in the kitchen. He's right there. I can get up and he can be sound asleep, and he'll get up and go in the hallway, get a drink, and a little bite, and then go in whatever room I'm in.
He's bonded with you.
Yeah.
The day he followed me home, it was 95 degrees with a heat index of 110. And he ran the whole way home. He was only, oh God, goodness. He was only like 6 inches big. He was tiny. But I swore up and down, because we were getting rid of our the cat we had. My daughter had picked the cat from the shelter, and that was her calming down cat because of her autism. Well, the cat ended up turning against her, my son, me, and my husband, and would attack us.
Oh my gosh.
We'd be
That's not
walking.
good.
No. We got him when he was 4 months old. 2 months later, he was at the shelter. And the day before I took him to the shelter, this one followed me home. And I was like, God, I'm getting rid of a cat. I can't do a cat right now. And my husband had been wanting a boy cat that was friendly. And when I told him, I said, we'll lock the other cat up, bring this one in the house so I can bathe him, because there was a few fleas on him. And I dried him off and went to the store, got another litter box and some more foods for kitten, and come back, and he slept in our room all night long. When Tony went to bed, Tony woke up and he's smacking me on my arm. It was Terry. 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 I was like, what? He was, I can't move. The cat balled up on his neck right here. And I took him off of Tony's neck and put him on the blanket between my legs, and the cat went and curled up under his armpit.
Oh.
All night long, I moved this cat about 20 times all night long because he kept going up and laying on Tony. And from that point on, he's never left. He's been here. Yeah, he's gotten out of the house a few times since last time he was gone for 4 days.
Ooh.
And yeah, he got out because the front door didn't get shut right. And he got out and went under the house. And later that day, he must have got out under the hole at the back of the house, and he was gone for 4 days.
He was being a gigolo.
Exactly.
There ain't that many females around here.
He's looking for him.
The ones that are around here usually hang out across the street.
I think they say a tomcat will go out in about a 20-mile radius.
Yeah, they can smell them everywhere.
Hey, I'm going. You guys have a good night.
Night, Dad.
Good night, Dad.
Good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I got work in the morning with my daughter. She's going in with me.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, they hired her to keep the birth cottage clean, but I think that we're gonna my cousin's gonna try to teach her how to run the desk as well. So that way I can go to 2 days a week and she can go to 3 days a week, and I'll just drive her in and pick her up.
Okay.
Make her work more than you.
Well, good luck to her. I wish your daughter good luck.
Thank you.
Yes. And y'all
Take
have
care,
a
guys.
tomorrow.
Night.
Good night.
Night.
But no, this cat, I think what he did, because the neighbor behind us has a couple sheds back there, and I think he hung out back there. And because I walked all around this neighborhood day and night. I barely slept for 4 days. I left my front door wide open all night long, every night. So the inside door was open, the screen door would be open 6 inches, so he can come in if he wanted. And finally, one day I went out there to feed the chickens, and he was next to the garden. It took us a half hour of giving him food to finally come in the house.
They always come back.
Mm-hmm.
They do. I know Black Booty was gone for
Black Booty. I cannot get over
I
that
know.
name.
I love that name.
Well, Radar used to leave and
Booty.
stay gone 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, Radar would leave, and he would be gone. I know one time for at least a month. And
No, 3.
Oh, wow.
3 months. He
What
was
a
gone about
gigolo.
all summer.
Gigolo,
I can't do that.
Oh, when he come back in, he was beat up so bad you
And
couldn't
he
hardly
was
tell who
so
he was.
Oh.
Radar's the one that'll talk to you, ain't he?
Uh-huh.
He was so little, he would be walking through the grass, and you could see his tail, and it would point in whatever direction he was going. That's how he got his name, Radar.
Oh,
Yeah, you couldn't see him in the grass. All you could see was the tip of his tail stuck up in there, and it went up and it turned and point straight over him. And when he got ready to turn, you'd see his tail turn right before he turned.
Uh-huh.
Like he had
wow.
a
He did.
That's funny.
He's still a mess. I mean, he will. He'll just talk his butt off. Black Booty tries to break in the house, and now I'll go back here to where the screen door is, and there's a screen on one side. They'll lock their claws in it and knock on the door.
Yep.
It looked to scare Junior to death the first time he heard it. What was that? What was that? I said, it's the cats knocking. It'll be okay.
She looked down and said, bigger man, you better be smart. That's what I'd have told him.
But they do. They're a mess.
Do you just leave them out in the winter, April? What do you, like, do they just go, like, what do they do?
We've got a heater house down here that they can go in,
And
where
then we
we've
got
got a
the
fire, and we've got the barn with the
big
bunch
feed
of hay,
barn,
and then we got the milk room down here.
See, we have nothing. So I bought a big tote box, like a plastic bin with a lid. And then I bought a smaller one for inside, and in between I'm going to put like insulation of some sort, styrofoam probably, to try to keep this cat that has been here now for a year and a half. I don't know what else to do with him in the winter. He's not coming in my house.
A friend of mine lives up in Canada. I forget where they're at now because it's been a while since I talked to them. On the side of the shed, they built they built a greenhouse type building, and they did like stacks of bales of straw or hay to where it came down, and they had litter boxes in there. They had bowls for water, bowls for food. They had a space heater for during the winter. Those cats had it made.
Yeah, well, the hay would keep them warm, but unfortunately, I live in a subdivision, so I have a very small. My property is 50 feet by 120 feet. Very,
Okay.
very small. Very small. So, and I have a patio with cement in the backyard, and that's where he eats. And it's just very limited what I can do, and I'm worried about him.
Now, here's the thought, because I done this with like kittens and stuff, but the beds that you can get, the hand warmers.
Yeah.
Because if you stick them in at like 11 o'clock, they're going to stay warm for 6 to 8 hours.
Okay.
So you can just stick him up underneath the bed, and I just get him a little dog house, something to shield him from the wind. Put that in there, put the warmers in there, and let him lay, show him that they're there so he'll know it's good and warm.
Yeah, but one of them little dog houses like that, you can hang a 60-watt light bulb in it and it'll stay plenty warm.
Now that'll work too. We used to heat diddles, lots of stuff with just a heat bulb.
Oh, just a regular light bulb.
Well, yeah.
I never even thought of a heat bulb. I never thought of that.
And on Amazon, they've got these. It looks like a heat bulb. You can either get them, I think, in black or white, but they don't light up. You screw them in a socket like a regular light socket, but they just heat. They don't light.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Good ideas.
There's a number of things that you can do for them, but I know the heater house down there, we put fire in it and run it.
Another thing that I've heard a lot of people, these pads that you can get like for growing plants and stuff, you put down the seed pad that's electric.
The heat mat, Yeah,
the heat mat. You get one of them and put in there under their bed, and if on the real cold nights, just plug it up.
Like a heating pad.
Yeah. But these don't get as hot as a heating pad. They'll get up, I think, about 50 degrees or 60, 70 degrees.
Some of them can get up to like 100 degrees. 90 to 100.
It gets cold here. It gets cold here.
Exactly.
If you're going to get a seed starting mat, get one that you can plug in a temperature regulator too. You can put it in where you can control the temperature of it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're waterproof. I mean, it'd be a good idea. You probably put that cat mat on it.
That's a good idea.
When they find a warm spot, they go to it because I know
they'll stay there. Yeah.
On the car and stuff where it gets warm. Beeline, if it's a cold day, they'll go right to the warm car.
Right to the hood. Yep.
Yep.
That's good to know.
I had to go under the hood and get up on top of the motor.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was growing up, I had a cat that did that and got their tail cut off.
Oh gosh.
I had one to get under the hood of my vehicle. That's when we lived over in Brooks's, and I worked down there at the feed mill. It was a good 20-minute drive. I pulled in there, and about the time I pulled in at work, I heard something hit the fan, and I'm like, what in the world? About the time I was cutting it off, and that cat come out from under the front of the vehicle and went around behind that mill just a squalling. I don't know what part got hit, but part of it got hit by the fan after riding that far. I never did see that cat no more.
No.
It was gone.
I remember him telling me about that.
That's what I worry about, like, when I get a vehicle, because of all the stray cats around here. Yeah, there's some that'll come across the street because they'll sit there and no walk around the neighborhood. But the others stay across the street is my neighbor's house and his brother's house. And, like, during the winter, my neighbor's got a shed behind his house, and he's got, like, a lean-to where he locks up his riding mower. And the cats can go in there, and they'll sleep in there during the winter, or they'll go into his shed. His brother puts a dresser drawer on his front porch, and he takes towels and he lines the drawer with it, and he makes it to where like there's little cat beds in there, and but I've seen like 4 or 5 cats in this one drawer sleeping, and that's what he does on his front porch. Because the winters down here don't get really bad.
Someplace safe for them, though.
Oh, they're spoiled. They're the healthiest, fattest stray cats I've ever seen around here.
Yeah. We used to have lots of stray cats, but now it's just this one baby, and he's like a year and a half. And he is rolling over, wanting to get belly rubs, and never had an outside cat like this before.
That's why some of them are over here. There's one I call her Baby Girl, or I call her.
Well, howdy there, Joyful Noise and Notes.
Hi, Joyful Noise. I also call her One Eye because a few years ago she got in a fight with some cats during the night, and messed up her eye. Her eye, and she ended up losing it.
Oh.
And but the cats are healthy. She will come up on your lap and just lay there and purr and purr and purr. And then when she's done with you, she goes off.
Okay.
But it's like during the winter, I'll see them walk around during the snow when it snows here. I saw them doing that last year. Like when we had our snow, it was like 1:00 in the morning my time, and I told Darren it was snowing. It had started snowing. And I tried showing him on my phone on a camera. And I said, hold on. So I put my jacket on, put my slippers on, and I ran across the street in front of my neighbor's house. I was like, look, I can't talk loud because her bedroom's right here. I said, but look, I was like a kid in a candy store. I was so giddy over snow. And I was showing him. He thought it was the funniest thing in the world because I got so giddy over snow. I love it. I do. I love it.
Good story.
He's never seen snow in person. The closest he got to snow back in February was through a window at Chicago O'Hare Airport. He saw a pile of snow through the glass window. That's the closest he's ever been to snow. And he's 50.
Wow.
Well, over in Australia where he lives, it's like a 6 to 7 hour drive. He's like, I'm not gonna drive that far just to see snow.
Wow.
I told him he'll get to see it here when he's living here. And I can't wait for that. God, I can't wait for him to get over here.
I know that's the truth.
Well, right now we're in the lawyer phase and they're picky over the littlest things. Like when I first applied, I had to write how we met and all kinds. It's like I was writing essays. Well, because I didn't put it was www.youtube.com or www.facebook.com. I had to go back and fix all that. And it's like little things, like my mom's maiden name. When I put in her name, I put in her name as her married name. No, it had to be her maiden name. Same with his mom. It's like, it's the littlest things. But now, the latest thing was I had to get some people to write letters saying that they've seen us together as a couple. So Michael and Bobby Jean did a letter. James and Angela and Sean and Jeff from Homestead Fresh.
Well,
I'm waiting on the letters to get here.
If you need another one, just let us know.
Yep, because we seen things together.
You
know. Of it.
Yeah, I got his knife and he got my shirt.
I sent all kinds of pictures. I sent pictures when we were up there, when we were at Homestead Fresh, when we were down at James and Angela's, pictures of him proposing to me. If I could put links to the videos for YouTube channels that were there that recorded it, I would have. It's like, but I'm gonna get Amanda and to write a letter, and then when all that's in, I got uploaded along with their photo, a picture of their photo ID to show that it was them that did it.
Terry knocked that off.
Oh.
It's 11:20. Usually I'm laying down almost ready to go to sleep.
Well, we getting ready to, because I got to lay down.
Well, then you go lay down. We can end this now. That's fine.
I gotta go lay down too.
I gotta call Darren yet. That's our phone call right there.
But Proud Mom, it was good to have you and Terry up here with us. But I ain't seen you in so long. I'm so glad you decided to come on in.
Me too.
I put my bra back on just for this.
And you ain't even showing you tatas.
No.
Well, it was good getting up here. I hadn't seen you in a little while because between being sick and the medicine, the sleep medicine the doctor gave me, it knocked me out. So I've been trying to get some decent sleep. So I'm just trying to get everything taken care of on my end for me and get things together and sorted through and thrown out and packed up and put in storage.
Yep, that's a lot.
Yep.
It is.
I have to take it easy with shoulders.
That's what I got a teenage son for.
Yep, that's it.
And he helps a lot. He does.
Good night. You guys are yawning. I'm yawning.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get stretched out here and get my side stretched out.
I'm gonna tell you what my grandpa used to say. Glad you got to see me.
We are.
That's what he said. Glad you got to see me.
Yep.
Well, Glenn, I hope those medicines, the Xanabox the doctor gave you, helps with your appendix.
Yeah, me too. Because I ain't ready to go back in for nothing else like that.
Oh, I know. And I hope April gets feeling better too.
I have to catch up on that stuff.
She was talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
I wasn't here. But
my gallbladder's been bothering me for years and years. In December, I got sick, thought it was diverticulitis, went to the hospital, been checked out, and they said my appendix was enlarged and my gallbladder had gallstones and something else. Well, they come back in the next day, wasn't it, April? Or the next night, and started wanting to do a COVID test on me before they would go and do any more testing on me, because I was supposed to went in the next day for some kind of scan or something for my gallbladder. Well, they come back and said I was positive, and then they wouldn't do nothing else on account of the COVID. So I told them they wanted to put me in isolation and all of this, and I told them when they said they wasn't going to be able to do nothing, I said, no, I'm going home. So I came home and about 2 months ago, June the 17th.
Yeah.
June the 17th, they finally took my gallbladder out. 4 days later, I had to go back and they said to stick a needle through my side in there to an abscess and drain it. And then everything's been going good. And about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I got hurting in my lower right side again a little bit, and it's went to my back. And she was pressing on me up there today, and she thinks it's my appendix bothering me now.
He's been through hell this year.
Yeah.
You can't fix your appendix.
No.
Take it out.
Yep.
That's the only thing you can do is take it out.
They were supposed to take it out when they done the gallbladder.
Well, the doctor that done my gallbladder surgery was supposed to look at it and give me an opinion on what he thought, but he never said nothing about it afterwards, and so I don't know if he even looked or not.
So are you eating like a low-fat, very bland diet?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Like white rice, no butter, no salt.
You're talking about Glenn now.
I don't really like rice, but she fixed some last night and had some hamburger and yeah, it was our hamburger. You know, it's real lean.
Oh, good stuff.
She put some mushroom. I forget what all she put in there. Made like a stirred up hamburger, brown gravy mix stuff, and put some of it over that rice. I can eat it that way, but
good.
Eat rice by itself, But see, I'm diabetic, so I ain't supposed to have anything white. Which that has come down since they took my gallbladder out. It was over 11 when they done that, and today it was down into the 9s.
That's good.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. It's still high, but you know, it's a whole lot better than it was.
9 isn't that high.
Well, his blood sugar had been over 400 during the time he was sick.
Yeah.
And
that's high.
Yeah.
It's been running what, about 170 to 140?
Well, that one day went down there to the doctor. They called me, or they asked me in there, said, if your blood sugar is very high, I said, we can't do this surgery and stuff. I think he said if it was over 300, wouldn't it? And I said, well, I've never seen it 300, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. The highest I'd ever seen it was 274. Well, we left the doctor's office, stopped at Bojangles, going to get a biscuit, and the doctor called, or the nurse, and she told him, said, hang on a minute, said, he's ordering us some food here because I didn't eat before I went down there because I didn't know what they was going to do. Well, she heard what I ordered. She said, tell him he can't have that steak biscuit because blood sugar was 450.
Oh, my word.
Oh, my God.
Grandmama, he had all of us telling him to go to the doctors because he'd be sitting here during these lives, holding his side, rocking back and forth in pain. Too damn stubborn as a mule.
Hey, I wasn't stubborn. I went to the doctors. I couldn't. Going down there without appointment ain't no good. Going down there without appointment ain't no good. They won't see you.
You have to get your butt up off the couch and walk if you want to lower your blood sugar. The only way you can do it is exercise.
Yeah, but when your side's hurting that bad, you can't walk very far.
Yeah, that's true.
But one good thing about coming out to get my gallbladder tuck out, I don't hardly drink no drinks now. About the only thing I drink is my water.
Yeah, that changed.
Good.
Taste buds too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. Water's good for you.
I probably was drinking between 2 to 3 liters of pop a day.
Oh.
And now I'm lucky if I've drunk 2 liters in the last 2 months.
Wow. Sounds like Darren with his coffee.
Well, now I ain't much on coffee. And when it's cold, I can drink some coffee. But after the COVID...
Oh, I can drink it hot or cold.
Not me. But after I had the COVID, I've never liked hot chocolate. but I got the craving hot chocolate after I had COVID. I've drunk more hot chocolate since December than I've had my whole life.
I love hot
Not
chocolate.
good for diabetes.
No, I don't drink it regularly, but I will drink me a cup once in a while.
But he don't drink no sugar, no milk, no nothing. It's just black coffee.
Well, I said the hot chocolate.
Oh, the hot chocolate.
And this is probably
Sorry.
not as bad because it's them little K cups.
Oh yeah, that ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Well, looky there,
Hi,
Max
Max.
Lane. You still up this time?
Hello, Max. How are you?
That's another one. Well, no, he come in about a month or so ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Around the same time, right before we got off.
Yep.
Gosh, Max, it's been forever.
It has.
He's a smart youngin, though.
Yep, it's been forever, Max. He can't hear me because I'm not in chat.
Well, he should be able to hear you.
He should be able to hear you, yeah.
Yeah.
They can hear you.
Cool. I don't do video anything, so this is like out of my comfort zone.
Well, we're
Hey,
glad you came up.
you sound like Dea's there now. There for a long time, she said she wouldn't, and I kept telling her it ain't no different than coming up here with us.
Exactly.
You're right, yeah. I'd feel comfortable coming up there with you, so.
Yeah. Well, she started doing her live streaming now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She started what about a month ago, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
And she I think it's bit her bad because she'll just pop up in the middle of the week now. And she first said she was just going to do it on Friday nights, and now she's doing it on weekend or weekdays and weeknights.
You get that live streaming bug when you first start out. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want that bug.
It can be fun, but then after a while, it can get to be a chore.
Yeah.
Just like doing videos.
I need to get a couple in next month. Do a couple next month. I need to get my watch hours up.
Yeah. I know mine's getting down a little bit from last year.
Darren's over 2,200 subscribers, and he doesn't do lives hardly. But he's over 2,200 subscribers already.
Yeah. Well, see, that's one of the things I think's been hurting us is because, last year, well, in 2020, I fell and broke my butt bone. And I didn't do a whole lot of videos. I started slowing down. Last year, I didn't do as many. And then the fall, everything would happen. And then with me and being sick. And then this year, it started off the same way. So I ain't hardly done no videos. But I
think I've done, 2 videos in the last 2 months? And I used to get it every 2 days. 2 days. But when I got sick a month or so ago, it just between 2 jobs,
thank you,
2 kids, and life, and I couldn't do it.
We're gonna have 3 countries in this stream.
Oh my goodness, Paul!
He's across the pond. I think that's why y'all say that, ain't it?
In England?
Yep.
Oh.
How you doing, Paul?
I'm in England, yeah. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Hi,
Paul. Over there.
No problem. I'm doing good at the minute.
Okay.
In the
Probably doing better than Darren. He's homesick right now.
Right. I keep forgetting to turn YouTube off.
Yeah, you'll get that double feedback. It'll mess you all up. You'll get that. It'll mess you all up.
I'm surprised you're all still on.
Well, we were talking about leaving. just a few minutes ago.
I think April and Glenn might be getting naked. Oh, there they are.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No. My side's too sore right now for that.
Just tell April to move on the other side.
So how are things going over in the UK, Paul?
Very well for me this week.
That's good.
I had a friend from I used to play games with years ago. He's come over from Canada with his family. Met up with them on Monday. Went out for a meal at a restaurant.
That's awesome.
And yeah.
Went to bed or nay.
What did you eat?
Bit to bed.
I had lamb shank.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
that sounds
that's
good.
exciting.
I picked the bone up and the meat fell off.
Oh, that's even more exciting.
Yep, it was cooked to perfection.
Yeah.
That's good.
I took my daughter with me, but he'd been threatening to come and see me for years. And this time he finally came.
Well, I'm glad they got to come and spend time with you.
Me too. Found out he's a copper, and his missus is a homicide detective.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. And she doesn't talk about it.
Oh.
They won't. They
No.
will
they
not.
I have 6 children between me and my husband, and 2 of them are police officers.
Some
And
of
they
my
don't
best
talk
friends
about
growing up are cops, and they'll talk about everything but work.
Yep. They leave it at work.
They're the good ones.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I will not stand by and watch somebody put down the police just for the sake of putting them down.
I can't do that either.
I can't neither.
God bless you,
mean-
but there's lots of them here.
Well, they are here too, but
Oh yeah, they're
I mean,
everywhere.
there's some of them out there that don't deserve what they got, the job that they got. But then there's some out there that's really good, and people need to give them respect.
Yes.
There's more good than bad, believe me.
Yes,
at least
it's the
here,
same with
at
everything.
least where I live, there's more good than bad.
It's
Yep.
the same with everything. A few rotten
My
apples.
kids are good. I hope my kids are good.
Well, you
I
know
have
what
a
they say
friend-
about that? A few rotten apples can ruin a whole barrel full.
You're right.
Exactly. I have a friend that is a deputy sheriff out in Oklahoma. The county he works in, he patrols 499 square miles. That county is. He mostly works nights. About a year or so ago, he had to ask his boss and the boss's boss in the county if he could do live streams while he worked, because he's humanizing the badge. And he doesn't ask for money. If anyone donates anything to him or super chats him, he asks that they go buy stuff from his family channel, merchandise from over there. He doesn't want the super chats. He wants people to go over there and support his family channel. And he's Native American, and it's Chickasaw Native American, and he does not like giving tickets. He will bring people, if he pulls someone over, he will bring them into his vehicle and talk to them and give them the benefit of the doubt. He saw it one night, and I wasn't at that live stream, but someone was walking in the middle of the night. Come to find out, they were walking home from work 3 miles at 2:00 in the morning. And a lot of the people that was in his chat started super chatting and PayPaling him and saying, get this guy a bike if you can get him a bike. And a couple days later, he took a bike to this guy's job and gave him a bike.
Nice.
And It's stuff like that. I'd rather see cops humanize the job, because there's a lot of bad ones out there.
I was
And
going
it goes
down.
for first responders too, all of them.
I was going down through Georgia, down below Atlanta one night, and the truck that I normally drove had been broke down for like 3 weeks, and I had just got it back that day. And the other truck, I mean, it was like night and day difference between the two trucks. And I'm sitting there just cruising along, not paying no attention. And I met this car, and I seen his brake lights come on, and he slid that thing around, and the lights was on. About the time he done that, I seen out the windshield there 35 mile an hour. I looked down, and I'm running 60. I'm like, oh, crap. I tell you what, time I got stopped, that old man was climbing up beside the truck, looking at me and saying, where's the fire? And I'm like, what fire? He said, the one you better be going to. I just dropped my head. He looked at me and he said, can you give me a good excuse for me not to write you a ticket? And I said, well, I can't give you a good excuse. The only thing I can tell you is the truth. And I told him, I said, I've been driving this fire truck. I said, it's geared a whole lot lower than this one and different transmission. And I said, I've been driving it for 3 weeks. I've just got mine back today. And I said, I'm sitting here cruising along, listening to the sound of the engine, thinking I was running about 35 mile an hour. I said, there's that much difference between the two trucks. And I said, I wasn't paying attention that I need to be paying. They looked at me and said, come on back here, bring your license, registration card and stuff, and come on back here to the car. And I got back there, and he called my name in and everything, got the information back. He looked at me and he said, I shouldn't do this. He said, but he said, I believe you told me the truth. He said, so I'm going to give you a break tonight. He said, but if you come back through my town like that again, he said, I'm going to throw the book at you.
There will.
And he said, and when you get back up there in your truck, he said, we're going to sit here about 20 minutes. He said, but when you get back in your truck and you start down the road, he said, if anybody asks, you better tell them that they do not want to fool with me. That's no problem. I bet you I hadn't gotten fifth gear in that truck, and somebody hollered and asked me, said, did he give you a ticket? And I said, all I can tell you, buddy, is you don't want to mess with him tonight.
Well, I've seen my friend Brandon pull people over doing 90 miles an hour in a 75 in Oklahoma, and there's kids in the car, and he will ticket them. He pulled someone over. It was a doctor going 100 miles an hour in a 75, and he got ticketed. Oh, I'm going to go see a patient. It's an emergency. You don't need to be going 100 miles an hour in a 75. There are people who take care of them till you get there. And it's crazy.
I was coming back out of Florida down there one night, and I got up there in South Carolina and come off with 95 on 26. About 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. One of them pitch black dark nights, you know. They ain't a car in sight. I'm sitting there, and I had the old truck just laid to the floorboards. He was running along about 85, 90, and this is when the speed limit was 55, you know. I heard somebody holler on the CB radio, said, big truck, you need to slow down there a little bit. I'm looking in the mirrors out in front of me. There's no lights nowhere. I just kept sitting there cruising. A little bit, I come on there again. Said, big truck, you need to slow down. Well, I'm getting curious, you know. So I grabbed my mic and I said, who are you talking to? He said, that blue cowboy truck with a red flatbed. I said, why can't I see you if you can see me that good enough to tell what color truck and trailer I got? He said, you want to know? And I said, yeah. He said, well, look up in front of you there about a mile. A mile? I said, all righty. He's sitting up on the bridge, turned his blue lights on, and lit the whole world up, looked like. I slowed down to 55 mile an hour, and I'm sitting there just like I was stopped coming on up through there, you know. Next, I don't know, I done drove another 30, 45 minutes. Somebody hollered on the radio again, said, I didn't mean for you to stop. He said, you can go on. He said, just not as fast as you was going. I said, where are you at now? He said, do you really want to know? I said, well, yeah, kind of, sort of. He said, look in the mirror. And he flipped his lights on. He was riding right up against the back of the trailer with no lights on.
Oh, damn.
I hollered back at him. I told him, I said, that's more illegal than I was doing speeding back yonder.
It is.
Yeah. I come on up the road there about another 15, 20 minutes. He hollered at me and he said, do you know where that truck stops at up there on 77? I said, yeah. He said, first one there, the last one there buys the coffee. Well, I didn't know where he was at again, you know. So I speeded on back up there about 70, 75 miles an hour, and I'm there just cruising along. And about that time, here he come by me. Flipped his lights on about the time he was passing me. I'm like, you sorry rascal. I said, that's cheating. I said, if I'd have seen your headlights back there, I could have mashed on it. I said, but you running with no headlights again. He said, that's all right. I said, mash on it and come on. So I did. I mashed on it. I caught him right there just about half a mile before the exit ramp. And I was coming up on him fast. I just warped out there in the hammer lane, went around him and ran off in front of him, right up the exit ramp. I pulled around behind the truck stop there and he come sliding in beside of me. He looked at me and he said, you brave, ain't you? And I said, sometimes I just get a little stupid. He said, well, come on, let's go get her coffee. He said, it's my treat.
You'll get cops like that, and that's ones I enjoy being around.
Yeah. I was getting ready to leave from there and he said, I can't tell you about North Carolina. He said, but from here to North Carolina line, they've all gone to bed. He said, so just be careful. Don't do nothing to get a wreck, because if you have to call one of them to get them out of the bed, you're going to be in a bunch of trouble. He said, but from here to the state line, you clear to run. So I hit back out there and I put that truck back to the floorboard and ran her wide open to the state line. You driving that time of the mornings after you done been driving all day long, you know, and you sitting there 55 miles an hour, sitting there like this, trying to keep your head up.
Yeah.
You get on up there about 80, 90 miles an hour in one of them big trucks, and they bouncing around enough that you can't dodge your head around.
Yeah. I grew up, whenever we went on trips or even at the house, at home, my dad would be on CB talking to his friends that were truckers. And I grew up around them. And I love it. I love going in. Yeah, she popped in to say something to Danny. But it's almost midnight. I've got to call Darren and talk to him.
That's an hour.
No, that's
Easy.
2.
No. Oh, no. The other night I fell asleep 7 o'clock at night, and no, 7:30, and I messaged him like 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, I'm going back to sleep. I love you. Good night. I'll talk to you in the morning. And I didn't talk to him until like 9 o'clock in the morning my time.
What's your longest phone call you've had?
With Darren?
Yeah.
It started, let's see, 7 o'clock at night and ended at 9:30 in the morning the next morning.
That's 14 and a half hours.
He goes, we're gonna play a little game. It's a question game. I ask a question, you answer it, and then I answer it. And we went back and forth all night doing that. We talked every day for like 2 months before we came public that we were together. Actually, longer than that.
Yeah, I kind of figured something was going on with y'all in the chats that I was in, or you know, when y'all was on our live stream, or
because we pop into the chat right around the same time.
No
one else is catching it.
I got to noticing y'all was sitting there just back and forth with one another, and it's just like the rest of us didn't even exist. I'm like,
Or I'd be in the chat, and the phone be on the side, and I'd keep glancing at my phone because Darren be on video chat.
Oh,
Yeah. We talked every day for a few months before we came public about being together.
Yeah.
We had to wait till I was away from his ex, work-wise, and we waited a few weeks after that until everything was good to go. I mean, there was a few people that knew behind the scenes, but not very many.
Yeah. Well, I expected it for a while before, but I didn't say nothing because I didn't have no clue. So
I know.
All right. Well, I got to go to bed.
Yeah, me too. That's what I was getting ready to say, y'all. I'm gonna have
I got to go to bed.
Get this bed stretched out here so I can straighten my side out.
I should have gone to bed an hour ago.
Yeah,
glad
it's
you
gonna be
got
daylight here in a
to
minute.
see me. Glad you got to see me.
Glad we got to see you too.
Stay safe, everyone.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Glad you got to
Night,
see
everybody.
you, Mama.
Bye.
Love you
Bye.
all. Good night.
Well, I'm gone, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. Be careful. We'll talk to you later on. Bye.